You guys found your way into Chrisfell. Docked your ship, departed or deboarded your ship onto the docks. Jin, who's not here right now, got to meet up with his soul lover, his one night stand turned into possible prospect of a wife, Sheila Scorched Tongue, and Valxis got a little bit of a wave from Frilly Sens, his former childhood friend, with a relationship that no one really knows but him. A Triton folk. You guys trekked through the castle to the tower of Valxis's specific family of Winterlights, in which you met his father, Von Adder, who treated you all to take baths, showers, and then have a delicious meal, specifically preparing some vegetarian/vegan stuff for Aphelion. And you guys sort of semi-grilled him on what Valxis was like as a kid and what his family's like, and dropped a lot of information on him about your what you've been doing throughout the time. And you noticed that the servants around were a little kind of curious about the fact that you guys were just saying you did so much shit, and it was a little surprising for them as they've known Valxis their whole lives. In the middle of your meal, or towards the end of your meal, with Jin grabbing a chicken leg on the way out, you guys were called to the throne room. You entered the throne room, the doors shut behind you, and as you all stand sort of in this group in the center of the throne room, Valxis's mother was sort of sitting with one leg crossed over the other on the steps that lead up to the throne. In the throne and in the seat beside were Emperor Kilo and Empress Quosa. To the right side, right staging of chairs as you walk into this throne room, was Selendra Brightwalker. On the left side, Vivian and Fanoa, Valxis' sisters. The windows outside the room grew dark, almost unimaginably dark, unfathomably dark. As you guys turned around to sort of look at the windows, you noticed that the door, the entrance, this giant set of double doors as you entered, gone. In its place, just the wall. Valxis' mother stood up, walked around you guys, sort of sizing up each of you one by one, taking a curious look at Mary, taking a very serious look at Ben, and stepping back towards the stairs, where she proceeded to take slow steps up. With one wave of her finger, the Emperor and the Empress went over to the Brightwalker side of the chambers, left the throne. Valxis' mother gets up to the top, sits in the Emperor's throne, and says, "We have a lot to discuss, all of you." And that's where we start the session. Everyone in your group is currently in the throne room. Seemingly no doors, windows jet black, no stars, no space. Valxis' mother sitting on the throne. You see she has a hand heavily ringed, multiple accessories that she's just tapping on the arm of the chair. One leg crossed over the other, her foot bouncing. That tapping seems to fill the room. Oh, like I'm talking. You guys had woken up the next day and arrived before noon, eaten lunch, and it's maybe like 3 p.m. Okay. So not possible that it's that dark. The tapping fills the room. Like it's the only thing that can be heard. It's like when you say you can hear a pin drop, all you hear is the tap, 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 tap of her hand, her fingers hitting the arm of the chair. There's just this blank stare on her face.
Ben sneezes.
Does he?
Yeah. What kind of sneeze?
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to roleplay the sneeze. This is important.
British sneeze?
Oh, you fake sneeze.
Okay,
what kind of sneeze? Was it like a chew? Or like a or like a dude, there's a dude that I've known for a very long time. I haven't talked to him in ages. He was one of my brother's best friends way back in the day who got Lyme disease, and since then, whenever he sneezed, he couldn't help but go Britch!
Nice.
I'm not even kidding. He had to do it every time he sneezed. It was like forced on him. He couldn't help it. He was always known as the guy who went every time he sneezed.
Hell yeah.
So, you guys are... what kind of sneeze? Is it a real sneeze or are you fake sneezing?
A real sneeze.
A real sneeze. What does a real Ben sneeze sound like? How much aggression to the sneeze? This is important.
Well, it's just like the most natural sneeze you can have.
Yeah, but like everyone has their own natural sneeze. What is it? Is it loud? Is it
Not that loud. It's a moderate sneeze.
Okay. Just an average, like if you were to look up the word sneeze on like a sound library, it would be like achoo. Just like
not like a vocalization of like achoo. Just like a
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We got to You, Valxis, where are you looking? Are you looking right up at your mom? Valxis, homie just sneezed next to you. What are you doing?
Kind of like
Drill just clears his throat.
afternoon, mother. Pleasure to see you.
Valxis, should we bow first? Is there like
Oh, Drell
a way
bows.
of doing things?
Drell heard them say that and bows.
Would
You
I
see just this
know
this
to bow to my
confusion.
mother?
She's your mother.
I mean, like, she's my mom. Like,
You've never been in a situation in which your mom had to take the throne
true.
because you've
That's
intentionally kept
true.
yourself out of the business.
I
You
don't
probably
know.
didn't know
I
your
have
mother
no idea
was
what's going
in
on.
this position. So
I
Drell
have
bows.
no idea what's going on.
Uh,
Got it.
you see this look of confusion, but almost like annoyed confusion come over her face as like she says what she said and then sneeze, dramatic coughing, whispering, and then Drell just bows.
Sorry, we're all just a little shy. There's a lot of implied things like
Without
fear.
Can I cast
turning her
hypnotic
head.
pattern on Drell? Can I cast hypnotic pattern on Drell? Just
Sure.
right off the rip.
Post it so we can see what it does.
All
So
right,
Drell
cool.
knows.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh,
I didn't post the actual. Hold on, I got you.
Drell, I need a wisdom save, by the way.
Yeah, I would knows.
I would like to cast a spell.
Sure.
I would knows.
So what is the flavor of this? This is somatic and material, so there's no verbal. You don't say anything. You just wave a hand.
I just wave my hand and just basically it's kind of just
This is a 30-foot cube. So is this place so only he's in it?
It's only so he's in it. Yeah.
Okay.
I will, if for flavor, I will walk up to him, put my hand in his face, and just like flash it from my hand in his face,
Oh my god.
and then just walk back.
Drell, what you see is just you like bow your head, you like kneel and bow, and as you go to stand back up, Valxis is in front of you, like does the wave in front of your face, and as you go to like say something, suddenly just like spinning colors. And you are totally incapacitated. You can't speak. You're like catatonic for the next 1 minute. You got a minute of being catatonic. What are you casting, Ben?
Well, first, how far is she away from us?
I would say where you guys are sort of grouped up in the throne room, you did step forward, but she is maybe 45 feet away if you go forward and then up a diagonal. This throne is intentionally on a platform.
Everyone's
She's
worried. I'm
not
trying
within
to
30
TKO
feet
our
of her.
party.
She's currently not within 30 feet of you.
Okay, then never mind.
Yeah, these steps are made so that whoever's being addressed is not within access
Never
of whoever's
mind.
in the throne. Okay.
I would like to cast a spell.
Yeah, I'm trying to TP.
Wait, you're not casting a spell?
I will cast a spell. Never mind to the never mind.
Okay.
Canceling. It's a never mind to canceling the spell.
What spell is being cast?
I would like to cast Detect Thoughts using a sorcerer's point with subtle spell. So there's no somatic or verbal.
Bro,
Are you
that's
just
stinky.
getting surface
On-
level?
Bro, that's so bad.
on who?
I would like to cast it on
On his mom.
on
Oh, he's gonna fucking do it on his mom, bro.
No, if he was gonna do it on his mom, he would have said it already.
Kilo.
On Kilo.
The king, or
Emperor Kilo or Kilo Burr?
Kilo or
Caliber or Emperor Kilo?
Kilo Burr.
Okay, Drew, you won't have to make a save until he tries to peer deeper into your thoughts. But Drew, what would you say Kilo's surface level thoughts are right now? Like quick, small little things that are kind of just like on his head, not his deep, not what he's seriously thinking. Okay, so just I hate this, I hate this, I hate this, I hate this, I hate this. Kind of like that's what you're getting on the surface. If you'd like to go deeper, you can, but he'd have to make the save.
Are there any surface level thoughts of recognition of the situation that we're in?
I mean, surface level is very I hate this. You can't really, unless you're trying to dig deeper, you're not going to get like, oh, I've been here before, and oh god, they recognize me, and like you'd have to really get, like you'd have to go deep. Surface level is very, very basic without the save.
That's fine.
You don't want to go deeper?
No.
Okay.
Just a tip.
Okay. When you don't peer deeper, does the person being peered into know, or is it only when it's only when you go deeper?
Only if I probe.
Okay, so you're not probing, Drew. You have no idea anything happened to you.
All right.
So Valxis, you cast Hypnotic Pattern on Drell. Drell, you're catatonic for a minute. I'll tell you when you come out of catatonic in this situation, because all this sort of happened at once. Valxis, you step back in front of your mother. She had like been staring daggers at Drell, and as soon as you Hypnotic Pattern, sort of like relaxed a little bit and looked back at you.
All right, that's only gonna last for another like 50 seconds.
Do I need to take care of him?
No. I mean, if there's a way to like make sure his mouth doesn't open, that would be cool.
Does he answer to threats?
What?
Not sometimes. Probably not.
It's probably not for me. True. Big what if true?
We'll take care of it when he comes out of it.
Cool.
And you see her make eye contact with your sisters and look back down at you.
You didn't need me.
She takes a deep breath and goes, do I need to address things specifically, or are you going to explain yourself?
I mean, like, why?
Because I can go through an itemized list.
Do you want me to start from when I got to the capital?
I want you to start from why you continue doing what you're doing after your sister explicitly told you to stop.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Who did you think was sending that message? Your father?
No. No, I thought it was just. I don't know.
Drell, I'm gonna
like
need
to
you to make
switch.
a. Hold on, I need Drell to make a.
What?
Actually, there is no save for this.
What?
Cool, Drell, you come out of being catatonic, right? Like the swirling colors just fade away, and you shake it off. Are you gonna go to try? What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna put my hands up and just take a step back.
You're not gonna say anything?
Oh no.
Okay. Aphelion, you see on the left side of the chamber where his sisters are, his eldest sister, who seems the most relaxed of everyone here, kind of like, this is normal. She's having a good time. This isn't serious. Fuck it. Gets up and sort of like leans on the railing and is swirling a finger in the air, kind of like ready to do something if Drell starts speaking.
Oh no.
I would like to shift my attention to Vel.
Okay. Surface thoughts?
Yeah.
Surface thoughts, Valxis. Wait, Valxis, you can't have anyone probe your mind.
He can't read my mind.
Total.
Nope.
You go to think about his surface thoughts, and you just hear like there's just suddenly like this ringing that you're getting back. Just this high pitched ringing that like gets louder until you break the constant, like break it off of him.
I'll
It's like when
grab
you're
my
calling your
forehead
deadline.
and break the spell.
breaking it completely. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right. The simplest answer?
I don't know if I want the simplest answer or if I want the most correct one. And if I feel like you're lying to me, I can make you tell the truth.
I know you're. Okay.
Need not remind me, Mother. I remember perfectly.
I have been punished before, Mother. I know what your magic can do.
I do not know what she's talking about at all. I go.
You were zone of truth as a kid.
Okay. That's
Whenever
Never
you
mind,
got
I do
into
know what she's talking
whenever you
about.
got into messes, you were zone of truth as a kid. You didn't know what it was. You just felt like you couldn't lie to your mom whenever you were getting punished.
Fuck.
Fuck.
I mean,
That's
you
fucked.
you now can probably gather like, oh.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Want to tell stories of heroes?
Tell
Along with
stories of
being the
heroes or
hero.
tell stories of yourself as a hero?
I both. I want to be included.
I should have discouraged your father from letting you perform. You know, I told him many times this would get in the way of the business. That one of these days, one of these performances, either someone was going to kidnap you, or you were going to get yourself involved in something that you were not prepared for. And she's not making eye contact with you. She's sort of like looking around the room. And then she very loudly goes, "Excuse me," and looks over at the Emperor and the Empress. "Is there something the two of you would like to share with everybody if you're going to be over there whispering like children?" And at this point is when you guys would have like looked over and noticed that like with Selendra, the Emperor and the Empress have kind of just been like whispering back and forth. And you see as soon as she addresses him, Kilo like sister, I don't keep secrets from you. I love you dearly. We were just a little surprised to see the Loxodon in our throne room again. And you see your mother is looking at them, and then just like the smoothest head turn locks eye contact with Kilo.
I'm gonna turn to
Caliber.
Kilo and go. Not say anything. Just look at him.
And to think I thought I didn't know this bunch. I wasn't in the throne room the last time you were here, was I? She's talking directly to you, Kilo.
No, you weren't.
Shall we revisit that day?
No, please don't.
She moves her eyes back to the Emperor and the Empress, and the Emperor, like, nods his head. Very well. I trust that my brother knows what he's talking about, so. I presume it wasn't bad news the last time he was here. And Kilo, like, it was, in regards to, that one, and sort of, like, tries to point at Ben a little bit. And she turns back, she snaps and goes, "Oh, the Lich." You know, I told you not to hire mercenaries to deal with things that were above your pay grade, brother. And he kind of just, like, nods his head and puts his head down. But you came back alive. Looking at Kilo again.
Yeah.
Have you been traveling with my son for very long? Involved in all of these messes?
No, only a few days.
Hmm. The rest of you? And it's like in that moment, and I can't do her voice, but Mary like like goes from like being reserved to throwing her hand up and being like, only a couple days, and then goes right back down to the reserved, like hands locked in front of her like she's in class and the teacher's mad.
The whole time. Sorry.
I don't remember them saying there was a dragonborn traveling with you.
No, I was an orc before.
And why aren't you an orc anymore?
I look back at Falxus and everyone else.
God,
Do I say it or do you want to hear it from him? Because
I want to hear it from whoever wants to tell me the truth.
well, you see,
What is this bickering?
We took because they don't like when I say things. Sorry.
There's like a moment of like sheer disgust on her face when you say they don't like when I say things. And she like, as soon as you say that, she stands up and goes, "What am I dealing with? I'm surprised you all haven't gotten yourselves killed. You can't decide who's going to speak amongst you, and yet somehow you're putting a sabotage on the Phoenix's plans, on the work that she's doing."
So, anyway,
You need to clear your throat now, or I'll clear it for you.
It's kind of hot.
okay,
It's
then I'm
kinda
good, I'm sorry.
hot.
I take
That
out a
is
water
kinda
skin
hot.
from my I take out. Anyway, we made a deal with dragons. Yeah, we all have some dragon features.
Multiple dragons?
No, just one, just a sapphire. But it was multiple of us who made a deal with the one dragon.
Where?
I don't like how you said that, Mom.
We're asking you where a dragon is?
Well, you seemed a little hostile about it.
You know,
I
not
seemed
really-
like I'd like to know the position of a dragon if it possibly threatens the Empire, having made a deal
Well,
with my son.
It's in the king.
Are you questioning me?
It was right before the town. Before we got in, it was in like a really open space. There was a cave.
So it's in the kingdom.
Yes.
Yes.
Does it have any plans to encroach on the Empire's borders?
No.
Good.
Well, we didn't ask.
What was that?
Shut up!
No,
Nothing.
I don't think he will shut up. I would like to hear from the Lichborn.
Oh god, fuck. I'm getting fucked up.
The L word again.
To be fair, I was confused enough when you sneezed. I didn't think you had normal bodily functions.
Well, technically, we also wanted to ask questions about him, but that's another.
You going to ask me questions about him?
Well, I figured.
You know
somebody
what?
would know more than we did.
Vivian, and you see the sister who's been like kind of enjoying the shit out of this, leaning against the railing, twirling her finger, goes, "Yes, mother." And she goes, "Should I allow them to ask their silly questions?" And you hear Fanoa go, "Mother, I think you shouldn't." Silence! I didn't ask you. Vivian. And you see your sister look at your mother. She doesn't even have like there's no fear at all from your sister, from Vivian, the older sister. She looks at your mother, looks at you and smirks and goes, "Let him ask." And your mother, who had stood up at the like a few of these like notions, whatever, takes a deep breath and sits back down and crosses a leg and crosses her arms. Very well.
Right.
I would assume if you had questions for the throne, you'd have them prepared.
You think I was expecting a no. I was honestly not expecting to get this far.
You weren't expecting to get in the throne room of the castle you've lived in nearly your entire life?
I wasn't expecting you to just relinquish information. I thought it's all right.
You didn't
Why
know I
am
was
I
going to
here?
be here.
That's also true. I thought we were going to ask someone else. I don't know who we were going to ask.
Hold.
Falxus, what?
Hold.
What do you?
Silence!
Sorry.
What was this benevolent one?
I want to know why I'm here.
There is no reason. You weren't intentional. An accidental manifestation of the fabrication into the corpse of a man who became a lich. At least that's as far as we know. Unless you've got some sort of secret knowledge that no one understands, then no, you were an accident. You were a husk that lay at the base of a ritual. One that let one man gain power unimaginable by most. And for some reason, the fabrication manifested its way into you. Let the husk live. And walk for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. While the lich is off doing who knows what, off in the mountains to the west. Killing people, and then makes eye contact with Kilo. But not everyone who crosses its path, I guess. Does that answer your question?
Just nod.
Anyone else? You don't have to be silent anymore. The rest of you can take a turn. Or 10. We have all the time in the world.
So, hang on. Can I just to clarify everything? Ben was an accident because a lich was created. That's why there's another person that looks like Ben out in the world running around. Kilo was hired to kill the lich and failed. That's why he has a thing against Ben. And am I right? What?
I do not know what this Loxodon was hired to do.
Yes.
I was never given this information. Mercenary work hired by the Emperor and his wife is not my business. Or if it is my business, it's made my business. And this whole situation with the lich wasn't made known to me until after Mr. Kellober here returned. So, I don't think a lich looks like your friend here. Your friend is, in essence, magic that has taken over the corpse of a man. A man who, in his past life, sought power and found it. And is currently, somewhere, utilizing that power as an abomination.
Mm-hmm.
I doubt they look similar at this point.
Mm-hmm. Oh, fuck, I forgot my follow-up question on.
I hope you remember.
I'm
She
so
gives you like a
nervous.
disgusted smile.
What? I remembered it, I'm sorry. Is the Phoenix, like, going after the Lich?
The Phoenix has no knowledge of the Lich, nor does she care about its doings.
Oh.
The Phoenix is a businesswoman. A businesswoman who we've learned has ulterior motives. Ones that we can't understand yet. Ones that she's keeping secret from us, no matter how much business we allow her to conduct in the Empire. And we were going to put
the daughter of a god?
The daughter of a god?
That is true. She is like the daughter of a god. She's not like
Daughter
a
of
demigod.
what god?
Or Visa. Yeah, I explain it. I don't remember how, but like I explained the logistics.
She goes. Most deities call their followers their children. You know this, correct?
Right, we're just saying that it's.
But like, so we knew another follower named Umrig, but I had another vision where Umrig is now like trapped in like hell, being tortured by the Phoenix
Hell?
person. I don't know. It's all fiery.
Not hell, Trail.
The probably the fire plane.
I don't know. I'm not a magic person. This happened to me at a surprise, and I point to my form and my tail and my horns.
You see that she's like almost fervishly thinking.
So like I had because do you know who Yol is? Sorry, stupid question. Doesn't matter. Not important to the whole thing.
A lesser deity who's supposedly dead.
Right.
Why?
Yeah. So.
No. Rewind. Why?
Why is he dead?
No. Why did you ask?
No, I was just wondering if you knew who Yol was. That's
Why?
all. I was just wondering.
I don't believe you.
Well, me and I
I
look back at my
I
friend.
just point directly at him. I go, my friend that killed Yol. So.
Fuck. I didn't kill him. Like, so I point at Jin, and so I'm like, all right. So here's like the long and short of it is that his god is Inocarus, and Inocarus had given him powers beforehand before he previously has powers now. But beforehand, Yol had stolen them from Inocarus. So at this time, Inocarus didn't know about it until Yol gave them back. But Yol took me with him to give it back and wanted to sacrifice me to the god. But I said
no.
no.
Inocarus killed Yol, and then he wakes up.
So you didn't kill a god. A god killed a god.
I witnessed the death of a god, yes.
This
Whoop-de-doo.
By
We all
proxy.
witness deaths of gods sometimes in our lives.
But it was crazy. It was very personal. Anyway, sorry.
So
But
you asked
after
me
that
if I'd
happened,
heard of Yol because you
No,
witnessed
because
his death?
No, because I was playing it back in my head, and I guess that's how I was thinking about it, because I was like, yeah.
What is
after
your
Yol-
actual question?
There is none. I was just telling you info.
So
dump.
you were just randomly... Okay.
what a power move.
And Vivian on the side goes, now, mother. And she takes a deep sigh and goes, you know what? Yeah. And Vivian just waves her finger, like flicks her finger forward.
Drill?
What?
Drell, are you saying anything?
Drill?
Oh my god, I'm fucking saying stuff. What?
What are you saying?
No, I'm speaking out loud right now.
Okay. What Drell and
I'm
the
very
rest of
vocal
you,
about it.
suddenly he looks at Vivian, looks back at her and goes, wait, what? But what you guys hear is,
Alright, cool.
Really muted.
total silence.
Have you?
There is a silence sphere that is seemingly only affecting Drell right now. And we'll be there for 10 minutes. Thank you, my dear.
Thanks, sis.
Oh, you wanted him to shut up too?
I mean, no.
You wouldn't thank your sister unless you did. Don't worry, he
A
can
little
still
bit.
hear us.
It's good.
Any other questions? You said you came here with
right.
questions, and all I've been asked is what that is.
With the- right. So we should.
Would you guys like a moment to have like a powwow?
No.
Because clearly you came in here unprepared.
If Leon, do you want to ask any questions?
I think that for the most part, we have one of two goals in mind. The one being to
All right.
help Ben is the end goal for that one, and that involves finding this obelisk out in Craghale. Or the other one is
Drell, she completely
Probably
ignores
not.
you.
probably not something that we want to bring up with your mother, who seems very connected with the second one.
Are you attempting to whisper?
Yeah.
Let me a sleight of hand check. Or
Sure.
a stealth check. Pick your poison.
Both are the same.
New page.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry. What did you say to me?
You have 2 goals in mind.
2 goals in mind.
Whatever questions that we want to ask, or I mean, I'm pretty sure that we want to either follow 2 leads, the one with Ben out in Craghale, or the one that's more connected to your family.
Right.
But I will say, I wouldn't forget.
I turned to my arm and go, I'm just gonna get this right out of the bat. I'm assuming you can't give me any information on the Phoenix.
Are you saying that to his mother? Or to your mother?
I'm saying it's my mom, yeah. And just like,
She goes, what information? We know everything that we could possibly know about the Phoenix. And we were working on stopping her from doing the things she's doing until you intervened. So what would you like to know?
Where to find her?
Why are you still seeking her? Did your sisters not tell you that we were handling it? Why are you still seeking her? You are going to stand before me and tell me that you've completely ignored everything that your sisters have told you. Direct messages from me that I am handling it, that the family is handling it. To go seek it out for yourself? For what? You want to be called a hero? Who's going to hear the tale? What, are you going to go tell the world that Valxis Winterlight's family is running some underground black market and has been for hundreds of years? And that one of their cohorts went off the rails? And that you went and put a stop to it? Wouldn't that make for a great song? Expose the whole family, get the Empire to crumble before your feet. For a good song! What was the plan? There's monsters everywhere. You could go fight anything. Probably get yourself killed. But instead you're pursuing this. Why?
I don't know.
Vivian, drop it. If you don't stop, looks at Drell. If you don't stop, it's like you're louder while being silenced. What?
Sorry, I was just...
What?
I put the notebook and pad away. I just want to know how long it lasted for. I'll be quiet.
You could have just waited it out. I could have made that last for the rest of your life had I wanted to.
Oh my god.
Why? And this is a question for all of you, not just my son. Why are you so hell-bent on pursuing the Phoenix? Specifically. The rest of you, I want to know your intent. Because Valxis here has made it clear it's just so he can be a big, strong hero and write songs about himself. What drives the rest of you? Why do you all pursue the Phoenix? After, as far as I'm aware, unless it's a surprise to you, Valxis, did you not share with your friends that the family said they'd handle it?
I don't remember in character. Was that brought up?
It was something that I'm pretty sure Valxis did tell everyone. Like, oh, my sister visited me. She told me to drop.
If I said it or not.
When you told them it was when you were caught lying. You were like, and my other sister visited me before the night we had the dream,
Steve,
and she fucking told me that we needed to stop, and that her family was handling
That's
it.
crazy. I voted against pursuing the Phoenix still.
But yes, Valxis did tell the rest of you, although Kilo and Mary had no idea. Valxis did tell the rest of you, like, my sister told me to not pursue the Phoenix because my family was handling it. And that we were meddling too much and that the pie and tie stuff is just as big. But yeah, so she's looking at the rest of you like, what's your intention? What was the point? When we said it was being dealt with, why are you still pursuing it?
I mean, I'm just traveling with them. I voted against it. So then we came up here to talk to you or something?
Okay, so that's one reasonable person in your group.
Please.
Come on. Lichborn, why are you pursuing the Phoenix? Or at least feeding into this pursuit of the Phoenix?
It seemed like right thing to do.
Even though an entire empire was handling it. Did you think your sister was lying, Valxis? Did you think that it was just blind lies? That when she says your family is handling it? I mean, look at her. And you look up at Fanoa, who was the one that told you that it was being handled. Your sister craves my position in this family. I bet you can't wait until I die, dear. And she like smirks and goes, I would never wish for that, mother. And rolls her eyes. And she goes, you think she would lie to you? That the family was handling it? What if we just stop handling it? What if your inauguration into the family business, because clearly you so desperately want to be involved, after telling me your entire life that you wanted nothing to do with it. It's yours. Handle it yourself. We're done. Phoenix is all yours. Anything that happens, anything she does, your fault. Because that's what it seems like you want. For everything to be on your shoulders. You got the spotlight. This family lives in the shadows. You craved a spotlight. You got that spotlight, but it was not enough for you. It's selfish. And I could have sworn your father and I raised you better than that. Was I mistaken?
No.
She makes eye contact with Celeber. And you probably didn't know about any of this. And if you did, just still join along in a couple days. After what happened? You're going to jump in and try to take on an underground black market kingpin? The woman bathed in flames?
I had no idea.
So you brought people into the throne room, ready to ask questions about this phoenix in which you want to pursue. And one, possibly two, and you see Mary, like, look up and then just nod her head furiously, didn't even know that that was your goal?
I heard them bring it up. I didn't know what it was.
I understand. And I'm sorry for your losses. You were not properly informed, and looks up at the Emperor and the Empress, on what you'd be dealing with. Which is why I make the decisions. Granted, at least more than one of you survived.
Who?
You didn't walk out by yourself, did you?
I was the only one.
Have the rest of you not told him about Henry?
Wait, whoa, hold on. You know who Henry is.
Did Henry not tell the rest of you what he was doing before he found you? Granted, it was a couple months later.
What?
Where is he?
I don't know.
Bro, I haven't seen Henry
Last
since,
we
like,
heard,
Valentine.
he was also involving himself in kingdom politics, fighting for a god you all seem to vilify. Empire and I. This mother of the phoenix, who you all wanted to put in a position of religious power and control an entire seat in the council. But you guys forfeited, as you should. I swear, Vivian, if you weren't able to convince him, I was going to have to go down there and do it myself. And Henry went on his way, did he not? But, and she, like, points at you, Kilo, like, kind of not knowing your name.
She actually doesn't know my name.
She genuinely does not know your name. She just knows that you were assigned to that mission.
Does she want to know my name?
Yes, she's trying to get you to say your name. By, like,
I'm
pointing at you,
Caliber.
like, confused. Huh?
I'm Caliber.
Caliber. Here. I'm assuming this is very confusing to you, and I apologize, but one of your compatriots is still alive and has been involving himself in my son's business. And it seems now have you. So.
I just nod my head and kind of look.
If
at
you'd
the
like,
floor,
I can send
like
word to
amazed.
him.
No. I'll just let him do what he's gonna do.
What if he doesn't know you're alive?
That's fine.
I respect your wishes. So, I've heard one of you voted no. One of you voted that it wasn't the right thing to do. You, Starboy. Your reasoning? Why, after being informed that Valxis' family was handling the Phoenix, do you still pursue that avenue? Do you still so aggressive is not the word, confidently walk into the throne room to gather information from the people who said they were dealing with it?
Didn't like how it was being dealt with.
Do you know how it's being dealt with?
Why the children?
We are not
take
part
them.
of that business. That is why we are trying to stop it. We do not condone the kidnapping and sale of children.
Then why hasn't it been stopped? You and
Because
the
you
throne and all of your
cannot
power.
end an underground, this organization, a criminal organization, immediately. You don't think we haven't been trying to track down the Phoenix? Her movements are erratic. In taking her down, she has hundreds, thousands of people who are operating her business for her, that if she gets knocked down, another's going to take the place. We're trying to end her and absorb them and change their business so that they're not doing this. You can't say you don't like the way something's being done if you don't know how it's being done. I'm sorry that we can't produce immediate results. If the Phoenix just disappears, kids stop being kidnapped, no one knows what happened, there's going to be questions. Questions that end up leading back to the Empire. Questions that end up giving up the Winterlights and their business. Questions we can't afford to be asked. You cannot stand here before me and tell me that you knew how we were handling things and thus made the decision that you didn't like it. You could say you didn't like the lack of expediency. Sure, I'll take that. I'll take that as a result. But then shouldn't you be mad at the world that a lich has been wandering around for nearly thousands of years and no one has handled it? That's also being dealt with. What's next? You guys are all going to go fight the lich in honor of your friend. I'm sure Mr. Kellerbur can tell you how that goes. Apologies. That was not okay, Mr. Kellerbur.
I'm just staring at the floor now.
Again, your losses are not forgotten. And, they are mourned. But my point stands. And then we're going to retcon her asking Jin the same question because Jin's not, here. So I know he does like somewhat in chat. I don't know if his internet's coming back or if the outage is whatever, but he's going to be asked the same question. At this point, by the way, she has stepped down the stairs and is like sort of addressing you guys kind of like person to person. She stands before Valxis and then raises your chin up to like make eye contact. Do you think we aren't working to get rid of this plague on our business?
It doesn't sound like you're getting rid of it. It sounds like you're trying to absorb it. It's two
sounds
different
like
things.
That's how you get rid of things sometimes.
You get rid of a... If there's any rot in the garden, you rip it up, root and stem. You don't keep it in the garden and try to absorb it.
And your solution would be to just kill the phoenix? And every single person who's ever worked in any way associated with her?
Be a deterrent to start with the phoenix.
Cool. Valxis, how do you feel about your friend wanting your entire family to die? Your sisters? Me?
I never said any of the Winterlights.
We have conducted business with her before. Just because we don't like that business, and just because we are taking our time working to perfectly get rid of that business, doesn't mean we haven't conducted it. She weaseled her way in, and technically what myself and the rest of the family do isn't going to be considered morally right to the public. That's why it's a secret. I know you were taken, some of you, down to the black market. The Benthal trade tunnel. Correct? There's no moral issues there? Have any of you taken up issue with Valxis and his whole family being part of an underground business? You don't know what kind of business we conduct. What if your morals deem everything that Valxis' family, including Valxis, have ever done evil? Would you then come try to murder our whole family, uproot that corruption? Systematically break down the empire before you? Because the business we conduct, though in the public eye might not be considered morally sound, is what's keeping the empire afloat. It's what puts food on farmers' tables, peasants, and nobility.
It's what killed this man. And I'll reach out and hold the letter, Arthur's last letter, before he died. Down in Belloc.
She opens her hand. It was Cedric. She opens her hand as if to, like, take the letter from you, if you want to put it in her hand.
I'll hold on to it for now.
She sighs. So you're going to try to use a man whose name I don't know, whose letter I can't read, whose family I don't know, to try to explain why we should just go murder a ton of people.
Just one.
Just the Phoenix. You think her business would be over? Kill her, done. Business gone. No more children being
She's running it.
Do you think she's in every single city in the world? Taking their children? Do you think that children are only being taken from kingdom cities? There have been children that are taken right from this city, this capital. Children that I've had to go get back. But I've done in means that don't require creating enemies. But, seeing as how a majority of you think it's your moral journey to handle this yourselves, we're done with it. She looks up at Vivian. Anyone who's currently trying to infiltrate the Phoenix's business and put a stop to everything they're doing, pull them back. Our family wants nothing to do with it anymore. It'll be handled by Valxis and the rest of you. Your way. Does that please you, son?
Great.
Go ahead, write your songs. Be the hero. The one who defeated the Phoenix. Didn't need the help of the rest of his family. Didn't even ask them for their help. Didn't try to work with them. Instead, walked up in front of them, demanded information, condemned their morals, and then was left to handle it himself. You know, for someone who does a lot of performing, you're not doing a lot of talking. I can't imagine with the way that the rest of your friends are talking that it's shame. You don't feel shame for what you've done. I bet you're a little excited that I'm leaving it to you. Because the thing is I know you're capable of handling it your own way. I know eventually we'll hear that Valxis Winterlight and his friends took out the Phoenix. They unearthed everything she'd been doing. Word will travel country to country. Valxis Winterlight of the Winterlight Empire. With no ownership to the throne, none of his family beside him. A ragtag group of very fascinating individuals, including the benevolent one, uprooted and discovered the source behind all of the kidnappings. And it's a woman, an Aarakocra, made from Phoenix blood. Thing is you won't even get a chance to write the songs. Other people will do it for you. Who knows? The best song about Valxis Winterlight may not come from the man himself. We were going to handle it, but you've decided otherwise, and you are my son, and I do love you. So, don't come to us for help. You want to handle this? You want to officially be a part of the family business? You want to do things yourself? Feel free. We're not going to touch it. Do it your way. And she turns to go take the steps back up to the throne.
I'll just, lower his head.
She takes a seat and looks back over you. Now, are there any more questions before I finally get to mine?
Wait.
You guys have asked questions this whole time.
Wait, there's
You guys
more
haven't
to
let her
this?
address her shit this entire time.
Well, hold on, let me get this. Let me get this straight. So now we're going back after the Phoenix.
Are you saying that in character?
Yeah.
She looks at you and then gives a shrug and goes, "That's not up to me. Our family's not handling it."
Okay, thank you. No more questions.
From you or from everyone?
Just from me at the very least. I know that's at least it's a big step. I talk a lot.
You're still going.
Sorry, I know that's what I mean.
Anyone? Should I get confirmation from all of you that there's nothing you want to ask? We'll start. We already know you have no more questions. Unless you have a question. Do you have a question?
Are we in trouble now?
Oh. She's laughing with you. Yes, you are.
Oh.
Don't worry, you'll still be able to pursue the Phoenix. You're going to be able to walk out of here. But not without, reprimand.
Okay.
Anyone else? Aphelion, as they call you? Any question?
I'll just stare her.
Take that as a no. Mr. Kelleber, any questions? No. The benevolent one?
Shake his head no.
Valxis?
He doesn't even move.
She takes a moment and goes, you make it really difficult when you wear a ring that prevents me from getting into your head.
Oh.
I hope whoever's in there is treating you well.
Wait, you got people talking to you too?
What do you mean two?
Sorry.
How many of you have people talking to you? No, now you're going to answer.
Oh,
this is the one time I want you to speak.
Okay, no, well, like, it's just one. Well, I have someone, he has someone, and I point to Aphelion. Oh, yeah, Jin's working on it, and I point towards Jin.
So multiple of you have voices in your head that are currently talking to you?
Not currently, no, just sometimes.
I don't want to unpack that. I'll just leave it. So nothing, Valxis? Last chance. Okay. Now, to address your crimes, all of you, well, only one of them includes two of you. Then the rest include everyone but the two of you. We'll work back in time. Setting an explosion off in the forests to the south? Massive explosion? We caught word from your crew that it was actually the Loudmouth who threw a torch over to the other ship and set it ablaze as it went crashing down into the forest?
I'm sorry.
Do you actually feel sorry? Does Drell actually feel sorry?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sheesh.
She goes, well, apologies are not good enough. Why would you light a ship on fire?
I was bored.
Yeah.
She makes eye contact with the rest of you in sheer, like, astonishment.
Yep. That's exactly the reason he gave us.
I was bored.
Sorry, Steve. I was bored.
Well, because there are multiple witnesses who claim it was quite specifically only your doing.
Yep.
You owe the Empire 15 platinum.
Okay. That's reasonable.
Now.
I take it out of my...
She, like, cracks her knuckles and then throws her hand out. Do you pull the money out?
Yeah.
Is it in your hand?
Yeah.
Something you can't see snatches it out of your hand, and it, like, floats back up to her hand, and she catches it, shakes it around, and then clenches her fist and opens it, and the money's gone.
You should have taken more.
15 platinum for restoration efforts. Okay, so we've handled the forest. Meddling in kingdom politics and religion. You know, it's the only thing that people around here talk about now. Valxis Winterlight, the one Winterlight to go to the kingdom, and why is he fighting to determine who takes a seat at the council? You didn't explain that part to me, actually, and I'd like answers. Why were you fighting in the tournament for Pie and Die?
He just says very, very shortly, fun.
I was bored.
Is that a lie, Valxis?
No, it's literally the truth. He was like, oh shit, literally the arena was like, oh, we're just gonna go do this. And he was like, that sounds like fun.
So it's fun for you to infiltrate and mess with other countries' politics.
Well, I didn't think about it like that. It wasn't more. Of
Wasn't
like
it
I was
for this
going
or
to-
visa you guys consider the mother of an
That
evil
was-
woman?
So remember the guy that the Phoenix took to the fireplace?
Yes.
He was the one, Umrig.
So you
shit,
guys
what-
actively worked with a man
He
who
convinced
claimed-
us, but now he lost his finger. We have his finger. Who has his finger?
We didn't know that he knew we didn't know that he knew the Phoenix or
Right,
anything
but
about
you
that.
still, for the sake of fun, joined a single
meta.
person religion to take control of an entire city. What would have happened if you won? Who would have been in charge? Who would have been the Pontifex?
I think
Pine
Oh,
Time?
we know the answer to that.
I think we put Umrig and
Umrig and Henry.
Henry in charge.
You were going to put
You were going to-
Henry in the seat of Pie and Tie?
That was his deal for him fighting with us, I think.
Right, yeah, that was the because we made a
Sorry,
bargain
I
with
wasn't
him.
doing a lot of talking then. I was just listening a lot. I had to figure out what was meta and what wasn't. I had to really think.
Seemed like a really cool guy at the time. We didn't know.
And did Henry, actually, let's ask Mr. Kelleber. Did Henry seem like the religious type to you? You've known him for a long time.
Not
Drew,
really.
yeah, I was going to say, your answer? No, not at all. She goes, and not being religious and having known you folk from your Phoenix adventures, this non-religious man was just going to operate and control an entire religious city for
He's
years?
all we had.
Yeah.
Okay, now, I understand where your morals are, at least a little bit, because of Mr. Aphelion here, but does that seem morally sound to the rest of you? Blindly putting control of an entire city of religious
Well,
sects
the
to
whole-
a man who's not religious for the
So-
sole sake of power?
The thing was is that if they were, we knew that there was a contingency plan of if they sucked, the entire rest of the city could vote them out of office.
Right, so your idea was to win, have them
and
cause
then-
chaos, and
have
then get them
fuck
voted
up,
out.
and then we just get out of there. and we
Yeah,
don't-
because that's a very morally sound idea. That's a very morally good thing to do. The hero Vauxis, who caused utter chaos and destruction in Pyantai before whoever he deemed fit got voted out of power. Does that work towards your hero's journey, your song? Or would that
Well,
just
we
be a
didn't-
footnote that no one puts in the songs?
Can I go for a whisper?
Well, we
Sure,
didn't
make a
win,
sleight of
so it
hand or a
doesn't-
stealth check. It doesn't matter if you did or didn't. You were trying to, were you not?
Yeah, and then we got our ass kicked in the second fight and realized we couldn't.
Oh, trust me, I know. I was there.
Nice. Did you see how well I did? It was great, was it not? I put on quite a show, did I not? It was great.
You did
I go
not.
I go to whisper to Jin.
Okay.
Did we ever settle on a group name?
Hida, I don't know what you can or can't hear, but you can answer that whenever you feel up for it. And then I'll retcon what she hears because
She definitely heard something.
she absolutely heard you.
I know she did. I was like, well, I have to say it now.
Does the public know that this Olvisa is considered the mother of the Phoenix?
No. Publicly, no.
And where is
We
this? You said
know-
this Umrig is in the elemental plane of fire doing what?
I don't think any of us
Like-
really know where he's at.
Like mining, hard labor.
Dying, probably.
Can one of you show me what Umrig looked like?
Yeah. And I will cast disguise.
Jin
spells.
says back to you. Jin says back to you. You're the dumbest motherfucker right now. Please get away from me.
Yeah, I will disguise.
She looks at Jin and goes, "Smart." You'll disguise yourself as Umrig?
Mhm.
Okay. She goes, good. Give me a moment. And then takes her seat, and she like puts her leg down, so she's sitting with both feet down now, crosses her hands in her lap, closes her eyes, and then opens them again, and they are a bright white.
Oh.
Totally glazed over.
Oh.
And she's like that for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
And then comes out of it and goes, whew, he is not having a good time.
Mm-mm.
I'll drop it.
So now you guys are saying that your work, I guess, whether it was because you forfeited or otherwise, has a man currently being trapped and tortured by imps in the elemental plane of fire?
Yes.
Yes.
And that's morally sound for you.
Well, no, we want to go save him.
You do.
I
Part
guess
of your
if I-
plan was to journey to the elemental plane of fire and find
Well,
Umrig.
it was to figure out where he was. 'Cause
Right.
We didn't know where he was.
Uh-huh.
Now we know.
Right.
Very rarely. I mean, how large is the elemental plane of fire?
Very
How are we
large.
going to, exactly. How are we going to fucking find him? So we
Yes.
need to get information on where he's at.
Uh-huh.
And the Phoenix knows that information, so we want to
Sure.
go save him.
How do you know the Phoenix knows that information?
I mean, I figured she.
Well,
know-
it's funny. You should
A-
ask.
He somehow knows her. B, there was a phoenix feather in his room when he disappeared, and there was only his finger left.
Right, and where's
Bro,
this
hold
finger?
up the- Oh,
I think it's in
hand
your
it to
fanny
Valxis.
pack, Joe.
I'll hand it to Valxis.
Oh, never mind. I just hold up the
Yeah.
finger.
You've had the finger the
Uh-huh.
whole time? What?
Yeah, just kind of like wrapping cloth.
What the fuck?
Right, so this is our only thing of really ever, if we ever.
So
figure
part
out
of this
someone who's
journey,
spry.
right, in which you guys are going
Right.
to vanquish the Phoenix,
I hand
includes
the finger back to her.
yeah, includes. That's
Do you want me to hold
disgusting.
it? Do you want me to
Uh,
hang on to it? Like, let me.
Part of your journey to vanquish the Phoenix is to also travel to the elemental plane of fire and hopefully find this Umrig.
Yes.
And do what?
We'll get him out.
Get him
save
out
him.
and then what?
I put him on.
Because
a
he was
happy
actively
life
working
path.
for the Phoenix's mother.
So. Oh wait,
Okay,
I think
but
that's meta.
but God, okay. I was told by.
Mm,
I don't know if I was told that actually. Hold on, that
Told
might be
what?
meta.
mm,
Told what?
That not all the gods have, like, some, of course some gods have some bad followers, like not all of them are going to, like,
yeah, that's what Orvisa
I mean,
said. to me.
that's something Yol
that's
said.
what Orvisa said.
Yeah, Orvisa did say that. Orvisa did say, well, I can't control
thinks
what
of-
all my
yeah.
followers
She thinks
do."
of the Phoenix as like a disobedient, like
So
Arab
Sure.
child
Sure, that's what she told you
meta.
guys.
Oh, that is meta. I
Kinda
can't
like-
say that.
along those
Ooh.
lines.
She told us that, but is
She
that
did
what
tell you
really
that.
thinks?
She did tell us that.
Because I have
You guys
the
communed
Umrig
with it.
meta story.
You do have the
Oh.
Umrig meta story.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, ooh,
Ooh wee.
I see.
I mean, I don't know. He seemed like a nice guy. When we met him, he seemed nice. So, if we go and free him and it turns out he's a bad guy, then sure, we'll.
I think he was just mixed up in it all. I don't think he knew what he was getting into.
You truly believe that?
I do. After talking to Orvisa personally and,
Mm-hmm.
you know, actually getting the vision of Umrig and
Right.
how... I mean...
I'm just
Obviously,
saying,
you're
for you to,
No,
to,
it's
to
just-
put
I
blind
don't think-
faith in a deity who's claiming, who you claim
she
is the
doesn't seem
direct
like a-
mother of the Phoenix, it seems kind of insane.
But do you think she's like a bad person, the god, then?
She's
Do
not
you
a
think-
person, she's a deity of some sort. She is
No,
powerful
not
enough
the-
to be able to bestow power upon others.
No, Orvisa, not the Phoenix.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. I'm saying
Oh,
she is a
shit.
deity. She has the power of a deity. You're saying she's not capable of lying?
Oh.
She can
Do you-
bestow power down upon other individuals because she has so
Hmm.
much of a worshipped following. You're saying that 100% impeccable truth. Do you think
You know,
every
wait.
deity tells you the truth no matter what?
You know.
Do you think they're locked in the truth?
No, honestly, when you put it in perspective like that, I did tell you the story about how a god stole another power. So, like,
You
no,
did tell
honestly,
me exactly that story.
Honestly, when you put it in perspective like that, ooh, yeah, maybe this doesn't sound that good.
And then you hear in your head, listen, Drell, I would never lie to you. So as long as you don't think I'm like the rest.
Talk to me right now. This isn't the fucking time, man.
You hear his mother go, don't talk to you right now. It's not the time.
No, it's not you. It's the people.
He's talking to the voice in his head.
He's trying to convince me that it's. I'm so sorry. Yeah, maybe she could be a bad god, but I really don't think Umrig's the bad person.
You seem to be blindly believing everyone you meet.
That's my thing.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a good thing. I think especially when you're traveling with Valxis Winterlight, who's been raised to believe you never trust anyone, you blindly believing everything anyone who's ever walked up to you has said is quite insane.
Well, look, I'm trying to turn a whole new leaf on this thing because, like, I was raised.
You do seem like the type who's trying to turn a new leaf.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Looking at me like what? Do you need to talk it out? Are you okay? Be honest with me, because now I'm genuinely concerned for your mental health. Like, at first I thought you were just kind of dumb, but now I'm genuinely concerned for your health, and as a mother, even though I am, like, sort of running this whole empire, I right now, unless you don't want to feel comfortable in front of everyone.
Well, I mean, like, look, there's just been a lot, like,
do you want to have an aside?
Like, the day before, sidebar real quick.
You want to have a sidebar? Oh, hold on, no. You want to have a sidebar? Up the stairs.
Oh. Okay,
come here.
And I go up there, yeah.
She waves her hand, and a fucking dome that disguises the throne and the two of them inside it just over the two of you. You can see out perfectly fine.
Look, so, like, the whole big thing is that, like, the day before. So, like, when we met the dragon, he was getting into a fight with some baddies, some big dragon hunters or something. Mm-hmm. And then we spent some time, Valxis specifically spent time identifying all the items for the dragon to keep for his horde. And then
disclosing the information of powerful magical artifacts to a dragon who's going to wield them. Yep.
Anyway, so then we all made a deal with the dragon and got powers in return to get him a magical item. And then everyone got cool dragon features, and then I turned into a dragon. And then that night when I go to bed, I have a dream, and y'all's dead the next day. So, like, it's just been a lot.
I guess I have a question for you, and I want you to answer me truthfully. I have a few questions actually. One, does anyone you're traveling with trust you?
No, I don't think they trust me with the big stuff. I know they don't because I've heard them. I heard them lie to me and beat around the bush.
Oh, so you
talk behind my back.
You discovered that they're secretly keeping things from you? How'd you do that?
Oh, I just pretended I was meditating. It was really easy. I pretended I was asleep.
And you were able to silently eavesdrop on a conversation?
Yeah, it was really easy.
Would you consider yourself the silent type?
Do you think I'm the silent type?
No, I mean, I'm talking about, like, stealthy, I guess. Do you think you could easily, like, infiltrate things?
Oh, yeah, I'm very quick, yeah. I mean, like, yeah, I have a problem with, like, talking a lot, but yeah, I'm pretty quick and nimble,
I understand. Listen, sometimes when you're around a group of people who don't want to hear you speak, sometimes it bottles up. And then you gotta just let it out.
Yeah.
No, I understand. Do you want to be a Dragonborn anymore, or would you like to go back to being an orc?
Wait, what?
It's a genuine question.
Oh my god.
Do you want to stay a Dragonborn, or would you like to go back to being an orc?
I mean, like, I'd love to go back to being an orc. Like, this whole Dragonborn thing. Like, we went to the Gem Den because I heard Valxis was, like, boasting about it. And then, like, It was okay.
And she's still listening. She just... Sorry, long day. Continue.
Like, it was okay. It's just like, I don't know. It's just everyone keeps looking at me and expecting something different. And it's just like, it's like these clothes don't fit. These shoes are too big. It's like I'm wearing gloves. I got a tail and horns.
Those clothes look like they were specifically tailored to you.
Well, like, it's not they were, but it's not that, like...
So, what would happen if we were to have someone in the family turn you back into an orc? Would that break your deal with this dragon?
I don't know, that's a wonderful question. Probably not, but he might know about it.
Just stay here for a moment. She stands
Oh.
up and steps forward, and you guys see her, like, head come out of the dome because of where she steps forward. And she goes, what would happen with your deal with the dragon were Drell not to be a dragonborn anymore?
I
don't think anything.
No, I don't think anything would happen.
You're sure? There's no consequences for turning him back?
Turning him back.
Yeah, into an orc.
Will it be painful?
What the fuck?
The actual process of transforming? Yes, you can hear them. The actual process of transforming?
Yeah.
We don't do it often, so I'm unsure whether or not it actually causes pain, but usually people are happy with the results.
Oh god, please
It's
let me
almost
roll
like,
a die for
if
it.
you think about it, it's kind of like how mothers have multiple children, but you don't hear them constantly complaining about the pain of childbirth because they're happy with the child afterwards.
Well, sometimes they're not. Sometimes they're, pressed.
Sure, but usually they don't have more children. See, I had 3 children. Valxis was particularly a bitch on the way out. But I'm still happy I have my children. And I'm happy that I went through the process of having my children. So. But you guys don't think there'll be consequences if he changes back? Okay, good to know. And she steps back into the dome, and she goes, I can't guarantee it will or won't be painful, but if you pay 5 platinum, I could have the family turn you back in the next hour. Permanently. You'd be back to being an orc.
The next hour?
Are you ready to... I mean, we could do it whenever, but I'm saying they would be prepared to do the...
Oh, that's true. But, like, so... How is it a guaranteed thing that, like, you turn me back into an orc?
Yes, you would be turned back into whatever your visage is supposed to be as an orc. You would lose any sort of special skills you would have picked up as a Sapphire Dragonborn, any sort of... But you'd be back to being an orc. You'd be back to your old self before you were turned into what you are now.
Hang on, I'm thinking.
Yeah, take your time. Do you want to go think about it down there with the rest of them? You could discuss it with them, unless you don't trust them.
No, I probably should talk about this with them.
Sure, feel free. The dome goes away. Wait, were we done did you want to talk about some more things?
No, honestly, if you're really nice. I'm not really worried about anything else
thank
anymore.
Thank you so much.
Falcus, your mom is so sweet. She could be like my mom.
That's a little far, but don't worry about it. We could find a family to adopt you if you'd like.
What?
If you want to be adopted? If you want to be adopted,
just
there are
turn him
families...
back into an orc.
Well, it's up to him whether he wants to be turned back into an orc. I'm saying there are families that will adopt willingly. We have a lot of families who sort of struggle with wanting to deal with babies. So,
Well, you
staring
There are
daggers
legal-
at her at this
there are
point.
legal. She makes eye contact with you and goes, "There are legal ways to adopt a child. It doesn't all have to go through kidnapping. Do you think I'm kidnapping Drell?"
Well, Valxis wanted to sell me in the underground like this.
I'm sorry, what?
It was a joke.
She looks at you and goes, Drill, before you go back down there, I'm just saying, take a second and consider how your friends are treating you lately. And then she pats you on the shoulder, or puts a hand on your shoulder, and then sort of like nudges you to go down the stairs.
Oh, Mama went like shit.
Are we friends?
Are you asking me if I'm friends with you lot?
No. I'm friends with them.
That's not a question.
They consider me a friend.
Oh, right. I guess we've gotten to the point where I'm not asking you things. You're not asking me things. You're just asking each other things. So I'll just sit up here and wait. And she sits down on the throne.
Intuitive.
She sits down on the throne, crosses her leg, and just goes, I'm just going to watch. And Ben is now asking the rest of you whether or not you guys consider him your friend.
Yes.
I mean, like, yeah, Ben, I consider you my friend. Yeah, you're a little weird, and you also keep things from me.
Jeez.
But, like, yeah.
You're
I mean, everyone
weird.
Everyone keeps things from me in here, I've learned.
I haven't kept anything from you, Drill. Vivian,
This mother bitch.
Vivian, who's currently still leaning on the railing, starts giggling. Goes, don't worry, Drill. I haven't kept anything from you either.
I don't even know you.
But hold on, I don't know you either. But have I kept anything from you?
What's your birthday?
She tells you her birthday. I don't have it on top of my head.
Oh shit. What's your favorite color?
It's like a forest green.
Okay, wow.
Oh,
Yeah, she's
You
really
son of
Yes, I like that color too.
Dude, she's very open. Yeah, she's got me there, guys. Like,
You know, if you'd like, you could visit my room later.
Oh my god, Drail.
Which one said that?
Vivian.
Okay.
The oldest sister.
oh my god.
I can only
The
assume
one
in
that
this moment.
seduced you,
I can
Valsis.
only assume that in this moment,
Jin,
Jin's
bro.
like,
Where's Jin, bro?
it's that one, it's that one, it's that one, it's that one, it's that one.
What's that one? What was the bet? What was the bet money? It was like
You
5
guys
silver.
all bet on the same
Silver.
person.
50 coppers.
You guys all bet on the same person. You all get your money back.
Except me, I'm gonna win.
You're a winner.
No, you just lost 15 platinum.
You did lose 50. You're about to lose 20 total.
You want to know what's funny?
If you
Is
change
I
back.
still have 34 platinum.
Yeah. You see Vivian sitting there like doing the fingers on the face thing. Goes, you haven't given me an answer.
Oh, yeah, maybe I will see you later. Like, wait.
I just look at Drow and I'm like, what the fuck, man?
Hey, what the fuck, bro?
Don't worry, I'll have my father whip up a nice meal for us.
Ooh, that man does cook
God,
good stuff.
Drail.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Is this going to be before or after you're transformed back into an orc?
Oh, it can be before.
She smirks and then she smirks and then just averts her eyes a little bit.
Bro.
You're
You're just gonna allow them to third in the throne like I thought I was being just.
I'm sorry, you hear your mother. I'm sorry, Valks. Has anyone in our family got in the way of your special nights of lovemaking? Has anyone got in the way of your conversations with Miss Sens?
Who?
Miss Sens. Phyllis Sens? The Triton.
Well, actually, she did get in the way of his lovemaking.
Who did?
Valxis' sister.
You see Vivian go,
Uh-oh.
okay, well that's not fair, because, Mother, I had to, in disguise, it's, first of all, your son...
Valxis just breaks at that
Your
point.
son,
He just
she
laughs.
goes, your son, it's unbelievable how easy he is. I disguised myself as another woman, and he immediately let me take him to a condo somewhere else in a city in the kingdom by himself, none of his friends with him, as if we were going to have a night together. Granted, as soon as we got in the room, I broke the disguise. I wasn't going to do anything with my brother. That's disgusting.
That's true. No, that is all true. She did. Yeah, that's true.
But I did not. She looks back at Ben. I did not cockblock him. He wasn't going to get laid in the first place, because it was me.
I did get laid that night, though. Fuck you, Vivian.
So I didn't prevent anything. You understand? He still got his dick wet. And was she there the next morning?
No.
Of course she wasn't, because I told her not to be.
No, she...
Oh!
Oh! Oh!
Faustus just drops to the steps of the throne and just like...
So, sorry,
Actually, you hear from the other side of the room, speaking for the first time. Valxis, remember your posture. You don't want to have like a... Just sit up.
Oh, your dad is so sweet.
It's not your dad. It's Selendra Brightwalker, his mentor.
That's my
His tutor, his musician tutor.
I just hands over the eye, open one eye, just to look at her, and I'm just like, I just shake my head and just fucking, just like, oh my god.
She goes, Miss Winterlight, if I may, and your mom looks at her and like confused and goes, I don't know where this is going, but sure. And she pulls the violin off her back and starts playing a really sad drill on the violin.
On the tiniest violin.
She goes, at least we've broken the tension. Everyone in here was so stiff. And
yeah, so what else do we have to talk about?
I mean, his mother again. I mean...
Well, I'm typically stiff on the account of rigor mortis.
You aren't technically going through rigor mortis. You just have pale skin.
Rick and Morty?
Rick and Mortis.
Do you think you're going through... Do you believe that you are in a constant state... It was an effort. She goes, you've paid your fine for, setting a blaze and blowing up a forest. The consequences for what you've done in Pai and Tai, I mean, I don't know how we... You know what? Actually...
What did we do in Pai and Tai? We just fought in a tournament and lost.
Yes, but
yeah,
you
but
took
it
a
was
Winterlight, the first Winterlight, to publicly travel to the kingdom and had him fight in a tournament for a deity that no one had heard of to take political power in a city of religious zealots.
Yeah, it's the publicity part. Yeah.
Do you understand how many questions we've gotten as to why we allowed Valxis to participate in kingdom politics and attempt to, I guess, run a coup of the kingdom?
It was mostly his prerogative to,
It doesn't matter what his prerogative is. It matters what actions were dealt. It is in the public eye, the public vision. Go ahead.
He
did wear a mask, but his mask was knocked off in the middle of combat, and everyone was like...
Girl was like, Fox's Winterlight! And then...
that too was actually Umrig.
Oh, yeah, it was
He made the
Umrig.
decision to do it himself.
It doesn't matter who made the decision. In the public eye, Valxis Winterlight, nephew to the Emperor, of the Winterlight family, the first Winterlight to travel into the kingdom since the foundation of the Empire, and a bunch of people no one had heard of before, attempted to win a tournament for political power in the kingdom. I understand you didn't win, but you do understand how that's a big deal, correct?
Well, I'm not saying that it's not. I'm just saying the Valxis's involvement is his own. He involved himself.
Right. So what you're saying is the rest of you should be clean of punishment, and it should only be Valxis's fault for what he did, being a Winterlight in the public eye. The rest of you are blameless.
Why are we to blame for...
No, I'm asking. So you do believe you're blameless?
Yes.
Okay. Valxis, so you're to take soul punishment for your goings-ons in Pine Tie? Everyone else agree with the benevolent one that none of you had anything to do with Valxis being a Winterlight and taking part in a political tournament for power in the kingdom? That's all on Valxis. All Valxis' decision, 100% on him. No one else gonna share that blame.
I'm confused as to our.
No, I'm not disagreeing with you. If you don't want to take any sort of blame, if you don't want to be a part of Valxis' decisions, that's fine. I'm not disagreeing with you.
We weren't even told most of the time that.
Right, he lied to you.
Like, we didn't know.
He lied to you.
Looking like a dark mirror of Yol and Innocuous right now.
Did he not lie to you?
Well, it's not that he just didn't tell us things.
He withheld information, which makes
That's
you
not
blameless and
lying.
puts all the blame on him. Well, I was going to send all of you on a mission for the family, but I guess it'll be just Valxis, because he's the only one to blame. Valxis, are you ready for your first solo mission for the family?
Yeah.
Would you like a day to prepare?
We'll help you out, Vaxis, don't worry.
No, you're not allowed to go on the mission. You're blameless.
Why not?
Because you're blameless.
So what? We can't help our friend?
Are you saying you actively want to be recruited into the family business of the Winterlights?
Well, he was helping us to take control of the city so we can find out more.
So you
about the
did
Lich.
have an
About that.
intent to take control of the city?
To find out more
So very much
about
like
the
in this
Lich.
Just a quick question.
I'm sorry, that's the first time I'm hearing this. So your intent in entering the Pine Tide tournament, in which Valxis claimed was for fun, was absolutely not for fun. He lied in front of his mother, and all of you did it with the intent to gain power so that you could gather information from the kingdom on whether or not you are considered a lich, or whatever your other half was.
No, that's why I did it.
Okay,
We
so
just
he did it for
arrived and
fun.
some
You
person
did it to
rolled
claim
up
political power.
recruiting us. I was convinced to participate, saying that they could find information, possibly, if we want.
I wanted to
Well, I
help.
suppose we
Then
did it
find
for
that
fun. I mean,
information.
we just ran into a random person.
You hear Jin go, "No, I'm taking blame with Valxis. I'm his bodyguard."
Nice.
I said something. My internet is coming back. Please. He says, I got him.
Please.
Jin's taking blame with you. Fine. Valxis and your bodyguard will go on a... are you all trying to do business for the family? Especially after Aphilion's moral quandaries. He doesn't like the work we do. Or the way we do it. Why would you want to actively participate in it?
Doesn't matter if I like it anymore. It seems that.
Well, it does,
have
because
have
you
you
not
explained
liking-
yourself?
Well, you
Is
not liking the
that-
way we're doing something is what just led to you all being tasked solely with handling the Phoenix yourself and in your way. Is it not? Your moral decisions? Your disdain for the way that we handle things?
Don't like it, but it seems like we may be after the same goal.
You don't like
And
it,
should-
and thus we are backing out of it. Your moral decisions, your moral opinions, are making it so that
Yeah,
we
it-
are not having anything to do with the Phoenix going forward. It's all you.
Can I insight check that?
Sure.
God, this fucking bitch. Hate her. Hate her so much. I'm sorry, Valxis, but I fucking hate your mother.
Fucking true.
God, this fucking bitch!
She means it when she says your disdain for the way they're handling it. She's out.
No. Is she backing out? That's what I'm insight
Yeah, she's
checking.
out.
Is she backing out?
She's out. She's not touching the Phoenix. She told Vivian to withdraw. Anyone who's infiltrating the cup business, she's out. She's 100% being honest with you. Your dislike, your vehement dislike for the way that things were being handled, information that you didn't know, things that she was trying to handle in a certain way, your
I don't like
just
this wording.
genuine disgust with it made it so she went, fuck it, we're out. We were going to handle the Phoenix. Valxis wants to be a big boy and he and his friends want to handle it. We're out. Deal with it. Your job, it's your fault now. Because she had specifically said earlier, whatever happens is on you. You've made that decision. Your moral backing made it so that you didn't like what we were doing. So we're not going to do it. It's all you. I'm out. We're out. All you. Have fun. Deal with the Phoenix. Do your thing. She's out. She means it. Nat 20, she means it. 100%. She hasn't lied to you guys.
Oh, now that I for sure.
I will let that Nat 20 go for everything she has said so far. She has not lied to you. As far as you can tell, she has not lied to you a single time this entire conversation. And Valxis, you've never known your mom to lie. She's been blunt from the moment you have memory. I'm genuinely curious what you think she's lied about.
I believe you in that she said she hasn't lied about anything, but it's fucked up because just everything that she's been saying has just like have been having this this fucking visceral reaction of like, this motherfucker, like, you haven't lied, sure, but something is off. I'm so
You're the one who said
frustrated.
you had no more questions.
Ah!
If you have more questions, you can ask her suddenly. It's fine. Go ahead, Aphelion, the grand note taker. Ask what you want to ask. Go ahead.
Need time to think.
Okay. The conversations will continue.
Can I be right back for a little bit? Okay.
Fucking Xfinity. No, Aaron.
I should have internet in the next hour. Yikes.
It was supposed to be 10 minutes, and then it was 2 hours, and then... yeah. I don't like it very much, Valxis, but I'll stand by you.
If it makes you feel better, it might be considered uprooting an evil. And to be fair, we sort of gathered the information because of you anyways. This mission was created solely to be your punishment. But it kind of seems like you were gonna go do it anyways.
What is it?
I'm sorry?
What is it?
The mission? Are all of you taking it? Calobert?
Sure.
Do you need to talk? I already spoke with Drell. Are you okay?
I mean, I missed like most of that because people were down here.
Oh, god damn it.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. She's basically being like, your punishment for Pine Tie, which is the religious thing they did before you joined, is that Valxis is being tasked with like a family business mission, like a job that he's got to complete as like recompense for the possible damage he caused politically.
Okay. Yeah, if that's what we have to do.
But it's not a we thing. The Benevolent One has already claimed that he's blameless, so... And I know you weren't even with them then. It would have been way bigger part of the rumors had Aloxodon been part of the fights.
I'm with them now.
What has you so determined to stay with them?
I don't know. Just feels right.
You know, we just...
To be fair, we got the sort of inclination that this needed to be done from the little one. Well, she's not too little, but... And Mary kind of like looks up. We have information on your hag, dear.
There you go.
I'm assuming she will very excitedly be like, "Oh, then I'm fucking in."
Yeah.
We heard you discussing it at a bar in Algif. Benevolent one. Are you staying blameless, or are you going on this mission? Understand that what you do for the family needs to stay a secret. And everything you do for the family cannot be part of the public eye. This cannot be made into a song.
I had RP.
And if this is made into a song... Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I don't see how staying blameless is...
Well, you said you didn't want to take
contradictive to... There's a punishment.
This is the punishment. Having to go uproot and destroy a hag in her possible coven. If there is a coven.
Well, we were going to do that anyway.
Were you, though? Because it kind of seems like when you walked in here, you said your goals were to take down the Phoenix and fight a lich. A hag seems kind of small compared to the rest of that.
Well, those are long-term goals.
How long are you going to take to deal with the Phoenix?
Well, I've lived 500 years.
You've lived a lot longer than that.
I haven't been counting.
We have.
You have?
Yeah, there's a record of how long you've been walking around. Or at least, it starts from when you first found yourself in the Tournament of the Grey. Or at least at the Tournament of the Grey. I would assume it was a few days of walking first.
Well, how long has it been since then?
I'd have to... Fanoa, can you go get the books? Well, none of us can leave right now. Can I get back to you? We keep it a record. I don't have the number off the top of my head.
I'm in no rush, so...
Okay. Well, we'll get you the number before you leave. Anyone? Anyone else, or are you all going? Cool. Going to be uprooting a hag. Kilo, Kosa, they're going to be tasked with taking care of a hag. You will be handling the payment. There will still be payment, though this is a reprimand. I don't let people go unrewarded for their work. You are to remain quiet about this. If you do write a song, you write about a nameless hero who took care of a hag in its coven. You don't name any of you individually. You don't name that the Winter Lights had anything to do with this. It's for the betterment of the Empire that this be dealt with. Agreed?
Agreed.
She makes eye contact with each of you until you agree. So Valxis, Kilo, eyes, dead stare at Aphelion. Agreed?
Agreed.
I don't even know who you would tell. You came down from the mountains. Benevolent one, agreed?
What would happen if I didn't?
Then they would all leave without you.
But you already told me about it.
You'd
so
be
it's
kept
not
here.
a secret.
I'm not going to lie to you.
So I
You
could
would be
just
kept here
follow
against your will. Until they returned.
Oh, you can get more information that way, Ben. No, I'm kidding.
We would stop you from following them. I'm not going to make light of it. You would be stopped. You are in the capital of the Empire. The hub for our family business. There are people literally everywhere, all watching you. If you were to not agree, and were to go with them, or attempt to go with them, you would be captured and held back.
And that's to prevent...
To prevent you having any sort of knowledge about what they did and when they did it and how they did it? I would give them the breakdown of what they're going to do. You would not receive that breakdown. You would be withheld from any information that they're going to get going forward. And they would go out on this mission and you would not. And if we do find out that if you didn't, and they did, and they go out and they come back and they tell you everything, they would be dealt with. And you would be dealt with. Because that's them breaking their contract. And we don't take that.
It just seems like a little complicated of a way to deal with it. Sure,
it's not complicated. Either you accept the contract or you don't. It's plain and simple. You don't just get to tag along on contracted missions without accepting the contract. We will have you guys sign things, and you will be able to read them over in full. This is an official contract that you have to go on as a, or at least Valxis has to go on as a reprimand for his work in Pie-and-Tie. If you don't want to accompany him, you don't have to. But understand, you will be contracted into this work if you do. You made a deal with a dragon. How is this any different?
Well, I didn't make any deals. She just gave me a sword.
For what?
I think I asked for it.
You saved it, and that was your bargain?
Oh, you saved its life. That's fair trade. The rest of them made deals with a dragon. So I guess you're the great non-deal maker, I guess.
Well, to help Vaxus, I want to go.
What is your reservation? Why don't you want to sign the contract?
There's no reservation.
Well, it kind of seems like there is. You're debating what would happen if you didn't.
Well, I'm just trying to understand the motivation behind not just allowing me to go.
The motivation is that it's a contract.
Well, if it needs to be a contract, then it can be a contract.
Right. You're not allowed to just go. We are not allowing you to just go. This is something that the business is taking care of. And Valxis is going on a contracted mission for the business. If you want to try to go handle it yourself without anything we have to provide, feel free. Go ahead. We'll hold them back for a few days and see what happens. Give them a different mission if we have to.
I think there's been a miscommunication here.
I'm very confused why you're not just agreeing like the rest of them are.
I mean, I agree.
Oh, well, there it is. That's what I've been waiting for like 5 minutes. Where are you?
I'm just saying it seems
ahead.
a little complex.
Needing everyone to agree to not disclose information that's privately...
Well, why would we want to disclose information?
Because my son wants to be recognized as a public hero. He would write songs about his ideals would he not be forced to withhold that information and keep it private?
You're punishing him by forcing him to keep it private.
By forcing him to do a contract in which he's not allowed to be considered a hero in the public eye, yes.
Okay, well, there'll be more of that, Valxis. There'll be more of the public stuff later.
But yeah,
like
you guys are handling the Phoenix. That can all be public from here on out because we're not dealing with it. Feel free to be the hero.
Which is what we wanted anyway.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, don't worry. Aphelion argued your point, and you can go handle the Phoenix yourself. They can be super public. Valxis and friends, if that's what you call yourselves, can go deal with the Phoenix. And you can write the great tale of the Phoenix Killer. Dead to never rise again, as phoenixes do. God, I could be a musician. This is great. Is this why you like it? She looks down at Valxis. I feel like that could be the name of the song, you know? It's good. It's good stuff.
Thanks. I'll take that.
You're free to. It is public now, and the family has nothing to do with it. Washing our hands of it. If I need to physically wash my hands of it, I will, by the way. I know people like to see visualizations of decisions.
You're not just going to get rid of all the information you have on her, though. are you?
We're not getting rid of it. Of course, we're going to keep track of someone that's causing problems in our business, but you're to go handle it the way you want to handle it. And the information we've gathered, or the information that we have that she knows about, because she works with us, can't be disclosed to you, because where would you have gotten that information from if not your own family?
Fair enough.
I can give you what I can possibly give you, maybe, but that'll be after you deal with the hag.
Like the secret stuff that she doesn't know about.
What secret stuff she doesn't know about?
No, Ben.
Or are you saying the secret stuff I don't know about?
The Phoenix is eluding my family as well, not just us. So
I'm saying the secret
us.
stuff that you know about Miss Winterlight, that she doesn't know that you know.
I know a lot of things.
On top of getting the year count, is it possible to just compile a document detailing things? A lot of it's been kept from me, I've learned, for some reason. And I understand that there's a risk of the Mountain Lich, but...
Well, the risk is that you find... I mean, it's sort of just saving your life, if you would consider what you have life.
Depends on the day.
That's what the kingdom's doing. They tell you about the Lich, and the fact that you are the former husk of a Lich. And what does that do to your psyche? Drive you mad? Make you go crazy? Maybe research why this man turned into a Lich, who this man was before he turned himself into a Lich. Maybe you go down the same paths he went down. Become whatever abomination he is. Create a second Lich out of the same corpse. Don't know how that would go. Probably chaotic. Maybe more of an abomination than the original, seeing as how you're a manifestation of the fabrication. Does that make sense as to why that was withheld?
Well, if they would have just asked me, I mean, I don't even want power.
Yeah, but how do they know that? How would I know that until you just said it now?
Because they didn't ask.
How do I know I can believe you?
There's been a lot of assuming, I feel like.
It's not an assumption, it's a safety measure. It's a precaution.
Based on, well...
based on the lack of information.
Well, then again, they could have just asked me. I mean, I'll tell you what I know. I sometimes get visions of... I think it's his memories, I think.
What are you talking about?
You get visions of the man's memories before he became a Lich?
Well, they weren't mine, I'm assuming.
See, now that's information we could never assume.
Well, because no one asked.
But we wouldn't know to ask, hey, Mr. Benevolent One, do you have the memories of the body that exists? We never... It was a precaution. It was a safety measure to withhold information from you so as to prevent the possibility of a resurgence of the same ideologies. It's not an assumption. We didn't assume you had malicious intent. We didn't assume you would fall down that path. We were taking safety precautions just in case. Or at least that's what the Empire did. I have no idea what the Kingdom's motives are. Who's playing Tetris?
How did they...
What is that?
That
was crazy. I'm sorry?
How did they learn about the Lich in the first place?
Probably the same way we did. People travel in certain locations. They don't come back. Search parties are sent. Whether or not someone's led to survive or not survive, information is gathered and brought back. Mr. Caliber here is the one who alerted us to its location. Whether it's still there is unknown to us, but we didn't realize it was a Lich at first. We thought some sort of creature was just taking people in the mountains. It is cold, it's very predatorial land, and...
Can I do an insight check on that?
Sure. She didn't know it was going to be a Lich. She also didn't assign the mission. She said earlier that it was the Emperor and the Empress because it was deemed like the way that it was assigned to you and what you remember when you were given the mission in the throne room in the first place. It was you and your group of mercenaries were deemed like you had a reputation, and they were like, there's something that's killing people out in the mountains. You guys easily take care of monsters and stuff. Go take care of it. We'll pay you. She was not alerted to it until after it was a failure, and when you came back with the information you had, that's how she learned of it being a lich, and genuinely was like, that's why every single time she's mentioned it, she's like looked at you and with genuine remorse said she's sorry, because she didn't know what they were putting you and your group of friends into.
Okay.
But she's being serious. She didn't know.
Well, I suppose I understand the idea behind not knowing to ask.
Yeah, it wasn't an assumption.
So what
it was
else
a
is
safety
it?
precaution.
Oh, there's been like a shadow creature following.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, that
And
was
Valxis-
fun. Yeah.
Valxis touched it. And
So
he saw the
Drow.
place where I was born. Drow did too.
I think from
We've been sitting here for the last hour and a half, and you're saying that this entire time, none of you thought it smart to mention that my son and another one of your companions have been physically interacting with shadow demons that showcase a ritual site in the Cragale?
We don't know if they're demons.
They're
just
shadow
weird,
creatures of some
they're
sort.
just the weird shadow things, but they just
Are you okay?
Touch them, so like, yeah, I'm
Come here.
perfectly fine.
Come here. And she's sitting in the throne still.
I'm not. No.
No,
fine.
get up here.
She's gonna take your temperature.
Get up here.
He like begrudgingly just like walks up.
You hear snickering, and you look over, and Fanoa, who's been super serious this whole time, is kind of like,
Can I cast vicious mockery on her?
sure. What's the save?
Oh my lord.
I just under my breath go, stupid bitch.
Oh!
Jeez.
Hold on. Okay, hold
It
on.
is a wisdom save.
I need to check something real quick. I'm checking what level certain things are. You don't really have subtle spell, so this is a perception to see if she notices you doing it. She does notice you doing it.
She doesn't?
She does.
Can I make a roll to like make it more subtle?
You're gonna try to sleight of hand your murmuring?
Yeah, it's just
Sure, go ahead.
It's just a verbal
ahead.
thing. Okay.
Yeah, no. You couldn't help it when you turn and say "stupid bitch," and she just she stops snickering, and then let me see. Somatic just waves her hand, and nothing happens. She effectively counterspelled your cantrip.
Worth it.
Third level spell is not that bad. It's a cantrip.
No, and I can't fucking learn it.
Cantrip for a third level spell slot? I think we're.
I think it's a good use of third level spell. Yeah.
You don't know what level she is.
I walk up. I just.
They're both
No,
Valxis'
I
older
can't
siblings who have been actively involved in the family business for a very long time. You walk up to your mom, and she leans forward, puts her leg down, and then grabs your face, and, like kind of squeezes your cheeks a little bit, and she like, open your mouth. Because I need to see whether or not there's mockings or you're cursed or something. Good. Close. Eyes. And she like opens your eyelids a little more. Okay, good. Turn around.
Turn around.
And she just like feels the back of your neck and then like sort of pats down your back. She goes, notice any mockings, anything?
Other than the time that I was cursed by the phoenix mark on my lips. And
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, you
Oh,
don't,
now-
you didn't know, you haven't
How are
overheard
we
us
to
talk about that at all? We've like
We're
spoken
bringing
about it
up
Nemo
many
now?
times.
No, we were keeping an eye on you as soon as like, I mean,
Oh,
we've had general eyes
so,
on you and your doings, but we were only able to like sort of infiltrate your private conversations as soon as you were back in the Empire.
Right.
Ooh.
So
This is where we can start with Dentar.
we
Did you just say you tell her everything?
Yeah, I tell her everything.
Okay.
I just spilled.
The Phoenix is hiring fucking betrayers to do fucking goddamn. Not my business. I backed out. I'm out. Not my business. Yours to deal with. You seem fine. I don't think this shadow demon has cursed you in any way, shape. Shadow has done anything. You're good. Go ahead.
I didn't think it did anything.
I don't care what you thought. I'm your mother, and I'm going to make sure. You can go back down the stairs. Yes, you're fine. Go ahead.
Okay, cool. And I just walk down.
I love you.
Under his breath, I love you too.
I'm sorry, what was that?
He spins around. He's like halfway through the stairs. It just spins around and goes, I love you too.
Insight check. Natural 20 on the insight check. I'm not even kidding. My right hand is here. I can literally point the camera down right now at this natural 20.
Oh, yeah.
Does he love her back?
He may be a little bit pissed at her.
But does he love her too?
Yes.
Okay. Natural 20. Damn. Wasted. Is there anything else you all need before you go take the night? No? Final chance. I may not be here tomorrow. Or I may be here. Who knows?
Wait, what?
You said people were watching me.
Yes, people have been watching you for hundreds of years.
So, what's stopping them from watching me when we go deal with the hag?
Well, if we're going to have people watching you guys do the mission.
No, but I mean, other people.
So, something that isn't entirely talked about between many different countries, many different continents is information on your whereabouts is one of the only freely exchanged things between political powers.
Damn.
Damn, you're important.
As a single being who has walked this earth for many, many lifetimes, it became important information to, yes, well, much more than 4. Well, it depends. What species of lifetime are we talking?
Well,
if we're talking about
full-blooded,
yeah, I was gonna say, if we were talking about full-blooded elves, you're talking maybe 2 lifetimes. Nonetheless, it's something that, as far back as at least I can remember, as far back as my predecessors can remember, that your whereabouts, at least in a general sense, have always been somewhat exchanged freely between country and continent. Political powers to political powers. Not that you were a danger, but just out of genuine knowledge. So, the moment you guys crossed forward the bridge, we had caught word from some of the kingdom folk who told us that you were entering Empire territory. And from there, it was on to us to know where you're going, and if you were to leave and head into another country, another continent, then we would then alert that location as to the fact that you're there. But they don't know exactly where you are at every given moment, they just know that you're in their lands. So we knew you were in the Empire. Granted, we've been tracking you more specifically because of your business and my son. But, for example, when the kingdom told us that you were crossing over, they just said, he's entered the Empire. And we could have easily been like, oh, we know, because we did know. But we say thank you and move on. Again, it's not every day that someone is wandering the world for ages without settling anywhere, ever. I hope that answers your question.
I suppose.
That doesn't
I
sound
do
like
have
you're
one
sure.
more.
Are you okay? I feel like you're questioning everything I'm saying. Why do you
Well,
only
because you're the
suppose?
only one that's been,
Do you want to go ask the kingdom?
Not-
What do you want to go ask the kingdom?
No, no, no.
Do you want to go ask the kingdom? 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 Do you want to go ask You guys can go back south before you go on your mission. Granted, you're going to be going back south anyways at some point. The Phoenix works in the kingdom. That's her hub. We don't...
Mm-hmm.
We were told that things were... Well, we asked people who were associated and they didn't want to tell us.
Ask them what?
Well, info. We didn't,
right. The reason I'm telling you things is because you're traveling with my son, and if my son trusts you, I trust you. Granted, he's an idiot sometimes, makes some brash decisions, but I trust my son.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Was that a thank you, Valxis? Is that what you said?
Thank you to both of you.
I don't need to be thanked. My trust isn't in you. My trust is in my son.
Are we going to be debriefed later about the hag?
Yes, that's what I said. I said you guys would be able to go off for the night and I would debrief you tomorrow, whether or not I'm here or otherwise. Someone will be debriefing you tomorrow.
Why wouldn't you be here?
Because I run an empire?
Okay, that's fair. Sorry.
I could,
worried.
I have ways to get anywhere in this world I'd like to be.
I mean, I do too.
What? I'll look at Ben. What?
In an instant?
Well, if I just forget about the war.
Oh, God, shut the...
She actually laughs there. She goes, I gave you an A for effort on the joke earlier. That one was really good. Now, Drell, assuming you don't go back to being an orc, would you travel back to the Battleforge Range as a Sapphire Dragonborn? Do you have any attachment to the range?
I mean, like, at this point, no. Not... Like,
Even though your mother and your father and your siblings are still fighting over there?
I mean, like...
Did you know you have a younger brother?
No.
Well, you do, now.
Like, as of right now, this very moment in time?
No, I do not know that your mother is currently in the process of giving birth to a child. I'm saying that after your departure, because, listen, if you think that I'm going to be running this empire and not doing my research on each and every one of you before you step into my throne room, you'd be insane. However, Drell, your departure from the Battlefield Range is rather simple. A fugitive of war, ran away from home because he didn't want to fight, found solitude in sanctuary and religion, became a monk, went from there, left everything behind him, his family, his friends, his mentors, to fight a mindless war.
Yeah. Wait. This is a mindless war?
You're battling with a bunch of Aarakocra for who owns the mountain, even though you guys don't travel up and they don't travel down. It's stupid.
Yeah, no, I understand that's a pointless war. I thought you meant like the Phoenix part was a pointless war. Sorry,
no, I'm saying your family's fighting a pointless war. Granted, out of sheer pride, and at this point they are far too far involved. No one would how. Trust me, we're still trying to figure out with the Dythronian Kingdom what we're going to do about all the fighting that's going on to the east.
I mean...
At one point, we considered taking both sides' leaders and throwing them into the volcano.
What if we unite them against an effort to defeat the Lich?
What do a bunch of people fighting over land care about a Lich that's never touched those lands?
Exactly.
Or what if we make the Lich interested in those lands?
I wouldn't do that, Ben.
Okay.
What? Wait, what?
She goes. She goes. At least, and she looks at Ophelia and she goes, at least you understand that that's morally fucked up.
I mean, we're taking what, a lich, which is a
you want to
undead
entice
thing,
a lich into
like dead bodies.
Your suggestion here, Mr. Benevolent One, is to entice an unbelievably powerful undead abomination, lead it to believe that it can benefit from taking over a currently war-strewn land filled with dead bodies, as it is the product of necromancy.
See, I wasn't aware of the dead body part.
It's a war.
Well,
it is called the Battle-Forged Range because they are always battling.
Yeah.
I could see why you'd never wander over there, though. That seems kind of boring. Or, like, dangerous?
So, like, you said I had a brother. Like, how old are they?
Roughly 3 cycles at this point.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Does that change anything? That it's a toddler?
No, not really. Not much, no.
No. We did ask your family about you, though. Though they don't know it was us. They thought it was just...
What?
They thought it was just, like, another person who, like, knew they had a son. Who... Like, they don't know what happened to you.
Oh.
Do you know they think you're dead? Yes.
Yeah! No, yeah. I know.
You were sent into combat and ran away.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
And then killed one of your companions.
Yeah, that makes sense why they thought I was dead.
You excuse me?
I thought I told you guys that.
Brutally, too. To the point where the boy's face was beaten to a genuine pulp.
Brutally murder.
Yeah. He saved a young... we actually... that you know that young Aetheria? The one you presume dead?
Mm-hmm.
Lives in the Empire now.
Oh. Wow. Oh.
He remembers you. Says that there was a man, an orc, who wore a mask on his face that he watched before passing out. He watched sort of... It was gruesome how it was described. I don't even want to go into it. But he does live in the Empire quite comfortably now, amongst other Aetheria who have abandoned the warfront.
Well, that's good, I guess.
Oh, just a side question. Do you know if the Phoenix is doing that thing because of the war effort, or is it just a
doing
side
one
of their
thing?
own? Whatever the fuck they do.
The Phoenix is not involved in what happens on the Calicula's Lands or in the Battle-Forged Range.
It was just
a
thought.
I mean, unless well, Vivian, darling, and she like had been like kind of dozing off while laying on the railing. Yeah, yes, mother. Yeah, yes, and she's like fully attention. Has the Phoenix had any requests for... I won't call them cargo. Children to be sold to the Battleforge Range? Do you know? Are they providing... And Vivian goes... well... It's... Usually they don't have the money. And the Phoenix kind of goes for the highest... Like... the biggest spender. So, probably not. As far as we're aware. It's mostly...
The buying families know the...
You see
details.
the face of Valxis's mother, Liliana, goes kind of like somber. They do know that the means in which these children are arriving is not proper. A lot of them are not the best people themselves, and specifically avoided orphanages for
reasons.
No, it's for the children that the Phoenix takes. There's a moral quandary that both the Phoenix and the buyer have, that they believe themselves saviors. They are saving a child from a lesser-to-do life, a lesser-to-do situation, whereas a child from an orphanage has, possibly many families coming in looking to adopt good children, that there are also children who are forced to live under poor circumstances, abusive parents.
Wait, so how do you pick
negligent.
and choose?
I'm sorry?
How do you pick and choose?
We don't pick and choose anything. We do not condone the business that she... When we first started working with the Phoenix, this was not part of her business.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
She was just a really, really successful leader of kingdom black market sales. Whether
so
that
she
be...
also swindled you.
She didn't swindle us. She started doing different work while also associating with us. And we don't condone that work. There's no swindling. It's not like she's utilized knowing us to do anything extra. Granted, she built a better reputation through us, but she was not conducting this business when we first started working with her. She sort of rose the ranks and then started doing this herself, and we do not condone it, but we're attempting to handle it without sort of imploding the underground market. But when it comes to what I was saying before, again, the purchaser and the Phoenix herself believe themselves saviors of children who would be forced to live under abusive parents, poor conditions, starvation. They believe that children who exist in orphanages at least are fed and raised and educated and are trying to be those saviors. Hence, what it is. But we don't know how the Phoenix selects the children. We don't know how, any of that is done. We just don't condone it, and we're trying to end it from within before, backing out as of today.
So you...
So what?
No.
No, go ahead.
Mm-mm.
You're going to want to ask again in like 5 minutes, so I might as well just wait.
Jarl's just eating fucking trail mix.
Anything else?
So did you back out of the Phoenix thing or no? I'm confused.
Yes, we are backed out as of these conversations. It is your business now. The Winterlight family in the business that we conduct is not in any way involving ourselves in what you do and what the Phoenix does. It's handling the Phoenix is all you now. We're out. And unless you beg us to get back in, we're out.
Oh, okay, cool. No, I was thinking.
Anyone else? Before I send you on your way? I've had my husband add a few more rooms to our tower for you. Before I send you out, how many do you all want to share rooms?
Can I have a private room?
Sure. Could have sworn you were going to be staying with my daughter tonight, but if you'd like your own private room, sure.
I wink at Vivian.
She looks at you really confused. And she just like turns around and sits back down. She's been like sort of leaning on the railing this whole time. Actually, Aphelion, roll a perception check. You hear her mumble under her breath, I have a perfectly good bedroom. What the fuck does he need a private room for? And then she sits down.
Because Drell doesn't know that.
She goes, anyone else want your own room? Share a room?
I pipe up. None of you are bunking with me, I hope. And
Yeah, you have your own room, Valxis.
I was just informing them.
That they couldn't sleep with you? There's
They're
only
not gonna
one
sleep
bed
in
in
the
your
same
room, Valxis.
We can set up cots.
Do you want to set up cots?
No,
And you want to be known
no,
as the Winterlight who needed to set up cots in his
You know
tower?
what? I don't need a personal room. I'd like a cart in Valxis's room if I can't sleep with Vivian.
Valxis is going to be
Cart?
sleeping in his own room.
Did you say a cart?
I'll take that room.
A cot.
Sure, a
cart,
room for the
a cot,
Loxodon.
Whatever the fuck.
Okay, so only one private room, the other 4 or 5 of you, and she looks down at Mary. You will have your own room, no worries.
I forgot Mary was here.
Yeah,
Shit.
she's intentionally stayed quiet this entire time, unless she was spoken directly to.
For her.
And that was something I was told by Cass, was like she keeps her mouth shut, lips tight, head down, unless she is directly addressed. So, Benevolent One, your own room? Sharing a room?
No preference.
Starboy?
No preference.
For fuck's sake. Voxus, should I just give them all their own rooms? Yes, cool. They're all getting their own rooms. Even if you don't stay... Drell, can you come up here for a second?
I go up there.
She like pulls your head down to like whisper in your ear. If you do end up with my daughter, she will not be sharing a bed with you for the rest of the night. You will need your own room.
Okay, cool, thanks.
Very well. Oh, right. And she reaches her hand out and clenches her fists and pulls them in. And the room just like vibrates a little as the light comes back to the windows. And the door just reappears behind you guys. You look out, it's sunset. It's probably been about the 2 hours that you guys think you've been in here. You're all free to go. You hear ka-chunk as the doors just start widely.
Cool, thanks, Mama W. And I skip out of the room.
You turn back to say thanks, Mama W, and you see the Emperor and the Empress sitting in the chairs, and you see her in a chair next to Valx's sisters, and she goes, "Whatever could you be thanking me for?"
I'm just like I'll just smack him in the back of the chest and go, just walk.
Oh, okay, sorry.
And you hear Emperor Kilo go, "It was wonderful talking to you all. I can't wait to see what you do next."
It's good to see you again, Uncle.
Good to see you too, nephew. Maybe we'll actually... And then he stops.
We'll get dinner sometime.
Yeah, of course. Yes. On me. As I am the Emperor.
So, I whisper to Valxis, I'm like, "Is he really the Emperor's or your mom?"
I'll explain it later.
Matriarchal society. So,
Like,
you guys all going off to the tower? Anyone going anywhere else besides straight to the Valxis Winterlight family tower?
Mm-mm.
I think so.
You,
Vivian
Aphelion,
really said the
as
lighting.
soon as the doors shut behind you guys, you see Mary pull out her fucking little notebook and start scribbling, like just frantically drawing. And like you see that it's like it quickly. Hold on.
Yeah.
Damn, good roll. It quickly takes shape as to be like the most like vibrant drawing of Valxis's mother in the throne, looking like intimidating, just frantically scribbling this all in.
Nice.
Yeah, I head to the tower.
Okay. Anyone not heading to the tower? Caliber, everyone going to the tower?
How long
Cool.
were we in there?
You guys were in there for like 2 to 3 hours?
I'm hungry.
Yeah, there's going to be food at the tower.
I get to use the medieval bathroom.
So, you guys go back to the tower. You go up to the door, and there's actually one of the servants is waiting there. And as soon as he sees you guys coming, opens the door and leads you all in. Kilo, same thing. Door just like stretches so you could easily walk in and then comes back down. You guys walk into the smell of every food you could possibly think of. Like just, and you immediately head upstairs and see a fully set dining room table. Your father is standing behind the same chair he was at before. And he goes, there are 2 extra chairs. Your sisters will be joining us shortly.
Nice.
Feel free to sit down and take part. And he like kind of like leans in towards Aphelion and goes, I made sure there was more variety this time. You got all sorts of lettuces, cabbages, carrots. I cooked an eggplant. Everything you could possibly need. There's a fruit salad. I don't know if are you allergic to anything?
Fruit
No.
salad.
You're in. Thank you. That's incredibly kind.
Of course. All for everyone. And he specifically points to a plate and goes, Jin, that is specifically for you.
Meat lovers.
Plate full of chicken legs.
Meat
Different
lovers
flavors.
plate.
There's a teriyaki chicken leg. One of those is barbecue. There's a garlic parmesan one right there. And it's just this mound of chicken legs of different flavors and rubs and spices. But yeah.
I'm gonna get my food and pig out.
Valsis gets to the table and kind of just like whenever you get home and you're just very tired from the school day, but your parents are there, so you just I just get there and I just lay my head on the fucking table, just arms
And he goes,
down, just
Valxis, how was
Dad.
it?
It wasn't good.
First time seeing your mother in the chair, huh?
You know she does. She does that. She does that. Is she
Is your-
allowed to do that?
Is your mother allowed to take the throne? Is that what you're asking?
I mean,
It's hers, isn't it? I mean, based on everything that we saw, it's. I mean,
That would be a very accurate assumption to make.
like I'm assuming that she
kept that from you?
Uncle Kilo looked like he was about to shit.
She
his
kept
pants.
it within the family
So,
business. The family business Valxis very vehemently chose to not be in, to not be involved in. It was for your own safety that you not know. Because if you know a little bit about the family business, you know a lot about the family business. And your mother being Shadow Empress, kind of important. But you know what? 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 That makes me Shadow Emperor. And he like flicks his collar. And I'm a damn emperor of the kitchen. Dig in! And your sisters walk in and go, your Vivian goes, hello, father. And Fanoa just goes, hi, dad. Oh, my wonderful little girls. There's 2 seats for you. I can move them, shift them, put you wherever you'd like to be. And Vivian, because not all of you have sat down yet, Vivian sees where Drell is and goes, I'll take this seat right here. And then goes right next to Drell and sits right down. And then pulls out Drell's chair and just does the little like tappies on the chair to be like, sit down.
Oh, yeah, I go over and sit next to her. Yeah, easy.
She, instead of grabbing food on a plate, she like leans in and does this and turns to you and goes, so, are you turning back into an orc? That's fascinating. Tell me more.
You know, I'm not really sure. You know, it's a lot to think about.
I have a genuine question.
Yeah.
Have you ever experienced true disappointment?
No.
Jesus.
Never? What about serious rejection?
Yeah, maybe once or twice.
How many women have you been with?
None.
She gets the smile on her face and turns and just smirks and then just grabs a plate of food and starts putting food on it. She goes, "Are you hungry?
Yeah.
What's your favorite?"
Oh, you know, some of this and that, and Drill points to different plates.
And she is just gently grabbing item after item and putting it on a plate for you.
Do I know what my sister is doing? Do I know?
Make an insight check.
Okay.
You are so confused because, like, most of the time that your sister ever brought people home, you only saw the journey from front door to room.
Yeah. So I never saw the.
You never saw this. So, yeah.
His dress safe.
She gets you like a perfect plate and puts it in front of you, and then just sits with her hands folded and watches you eat.
This is really good.
Are you gonna?
My father is a
Are you going to eat as well?
chef. I'm sorry, brother. What was that?
You made a plate for my friend. I assume you would be eating yourself.
Oh, I'll eat when I feel like it. I'm sorry. Am I not allowed to feed your friends? You just don't want to show him what you
want to eat. Oh, I see. I understand. I get it.
What kind of weird tease is that meant to be? You don't think I know how to eat? And she grabs a chicken leg off of Jin's pile and then full-blown puts it in her mouth and pulls out just the bone. Chews a couple times and swallows. And then goes, "Is that good enough for you, brother?"
I'm impressed. I can't even do that.
Really
God, I want to know Jin's reaction.
Did you want a little bit? Is this you wanted a little bit of a repeat? Is that what's?
Can I try to do that unprompted?
No. I'm just.
Sure, go ahead. Do like a. Give me like a deck save. It's gonna be determined. A con save. That's gonna determine whether or not you choke trying to do the same thing.
Where the fuck is Jin?
Dude, where's Jin? I want to see his reaction.
Where the fuck is Jin?
I hate that his internet's down for this.
Yeah.
Do I have anything I can use on
Con save, man. Come on.
I would like to. Oh wait. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, you're like, look at it for a second, and then you pull out just the bone.
Yeah, Dad makes him.
I've never done that before.
It's amazing.
She now is looking at Ben, going, "Huh, Alex, it's your turn."
Oh, I literally just said I can't do it. What do you mean? I'm
Why
not even going to try.
not? You're a Winterlight. You're so talented.
Valxis.
And everyone else, like, you see the servants are all like doing it too. Valxis. Fanoa sitting there with her arms crossed, just like pissed off.
Fine, I fucking take it.
Con save.
I hope it's like a 1.
No, you're good.
Oh shit!
Oh, brother's gotten skills playing with the ladies in the kingdom, huh?
1.
Yeah, one that I hired for you.
I'll give it a try. Why?
Why? Because she was being hounded on by every other man in there, and I felt bad for her. Might as well have her sleep with my brother than just some other man.
You pay.
I paid her after the fact. Silently woke her up, gave her a bag of money, said, "You just enjoyed a night with a Winterlight," and then helped her leave. You sleep really heavily. It was her choice to sleep with you. I just paid her afterwards to leave.
So she got paid for leaving. That's so easy.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
Granted, I sort of pointed her eyes in your direction in the first place. She doesn't know that. I won't convince women to sleep with you anymore, okay? I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Is it because
you can get me laid, sis.
Was it because it wasn't frilly?
I don't know why you keep pushing this narrative of mean Philly. What is everybody
narrative? Have you seen you? Oh gosh, I wish we could bring a mirror and put it in front of you every time you see her. It's adorable. Normally you act all seductive with women, but there's something about when you see her that you become childish, sheepish almost. If you really want me to leave it alone, I will leave it alone. I'm not hearing no.
I'm just gonna grab my plate and go up to my room.
Oh, no. Fuck, sis. Oh. Now that he's gone, so what other favorites do you have, Drell?
Oh.
And she's still loading your plate up with food. Every time you like point at something else, she's loading it up. Is anyone saying anything or doing anything during this? During this meal?
I'm gonna try the chicken thing.
Sure. Pick up a flavor.
Oh no.
Oh, you're trying the do it, yeah, con save.
Oh, easy.
Dude, it looks like you're holding a toothpick with how fucking small this chicken looks to you. And you kind of just go under your trunk and pull out a bone. He can hold it with his trunk if he wants to.
Like with the tip of your trunk?
I could.
What about pepper on it, though?
Bro! Oh my god.
What?
So there's this character in One Piece that holds 3 swords.
Sorry.
And I'm just imagining a Loxodon being a perfect character for that. Or a race to play to do that, because you can just hold the sword with your trunk. Sorry, that's a sidebar.
Sword at first. Corey was like, no, you should have a hammer.
No, you wanted a hammer, and then you changed it to a sword, and then I was like, I can give you the sword, and you're like, but I wouldn't have the sword. And I'm like, what do you want, a hammer or a sword?
I'm kidding. No.
Sorry, I didn't mean to sidebar. I just felt that was very pertinent to say.
Maybe in the future.
I'm seeing if Hida's not even in chat anymore. Poor Hida. We'll do like mega retconning for him next session.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so anyone else saying or doing anything at this table? Valxis has left and stormed off to his room with his plate of food.
I'll stay and eat quietly.
You look and see that his father goes, okay, well, I didn't expect Valxis to go running off. Vivian, be nicer to your brother. Fanoa, are you okay, dear? You seem, frustrated. And she goes, I'm fine. And he's like, come on, what is it? What happened? Vivian, what happened? And Vivian's just like, nothing happened. Isn't that right, Drell?
Yeah.
See, nothing happened. And his father goes, Fanoa. And she just like scrunches her face and goes, Mother said I want her to die today. And I don't want Mom to die. Of unnatural causes. And he goes, well, why did your mother say that? She says I want to take over for her. Well, do you want to take over for her? Well, yeah, eventually, Dad. Not now. I don't want Mom to die so I can take her spot now. But, like, she just said in front of a bunch of strangers that I wanted to die.
What?
You don't remember her saying that?
No.
Oh, that was said. Valxis' mother very, very plainly went, listen, Fanoa, dear, I know you want me dead so you can take my spot, but I'm not going anywhere.
Oh, no, that part. I thought
soon.
she meant she wanted us all dead.
No. And
That's
Fanoa
why
goes,
I was like, what?
Von Adder goes, dear, I know your mother can be brash But so can you. You're so much like each other. You don't think that if you were in her position, you wouldn't think that your daughter wants to kill you for your position of power? And she goes, yeah. And he's like, exactly. She loves you, though, dear. And you will take her spot eventually as Empress, Shadow Empress of the Empire, and your sister. And Vivian goes, Your sister will let you take that position because she doesn't want it. Isn't that right, Vivian? And Vivian goes, oh, yeah, no, fuck that. And just goes back to watching Drell eat.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And Von Adler looks around and goes, so... anything anyone want to talk about? Or...
Food's really good.
Good. I'm glad you like it. You all seem a bit shaken up.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Did Liliana really dig into you?
She's very nice.
Oh. Yeah, no, yeah. I agree. Yeah.
What?
Sorry, what? I'm just thrown off. Most people who meet my wife don't really see a friendly side of her. They usually are faced with...
She was very nice.
I'm glad that you liked her. Like
when it was all said and done, she was just very polite. You know, she heard me out for all my problems, and
I would hear you out for your problems too. Are there problems? Do you have problems? Do you want to talk about it?
I already talked about it with her.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Man, she's really grown. And he just zones out.
Can I insight check?
Sure.
Man, she's really grown. Base is out.
Man, dude just kind of seems like he's thinking of memories.
I would like to use a feature.
Sure.
Oh, no. This is never what you want to hear Ben say.
I would like to spend 1 sorcery point to re-roll the d20.
Sure. But you have to take the result, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Still, he just seems like he's kind of just running through memories in his head.
Okay. This is the only ability check I fucking rolled this game, so...
He kind of just zones. He just zones. Everyone just going to continue eating and then go to your rooms?
Yeah.
Okay. Drell, you finish your meal. Everyone else finishes their meals. What are you doing?
I go with Vivian.
She hasn't gone up from the table.
Oh, shit.
She goes, oh, you finished eating?
Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful. Did you enjoy yourself?
Oh, so good. You picked out some very good food.
Well, I picked out what you pointed at.
That's true.
Do you think that's your final meal as a Dragonborn?
I don't know. Why
I'm just curious. It's not every day I get to meet someone who's going to change species.
Oh. I mean,
are you okay?
Yeah.
You seem spacey.
Yeah.
Well, Drell, if the offer's on the table, is it beneficial to do it now or, later?
Oh, I get it. Oh, wait. I was thinking benevolent. You said beneficial. Never mind. I thought you were making a joke.
Well, no, I'm asking, the skills that you have as this.
I wouldn't be able to fly anymore.
You can
right,
fly.
So I'm saying.
Yeah, I can.
And dude, she says you can fly, and her wings shiver a little bit.
God.
Oh my god.
They just vibrate a little bit. You hear a of
yeah, I can't fly for a long time, but yeah, I can fly for a minute or two.
What do your wings look like?
Flex my wings.
You're just bamfing your wings out now?
Yup.
Okay. Aren't they ethereal? Can't you only do that once a day?
Yes. For 1 minute. The ultimate power move right here.
I'm sorry, babe. I can't get it up.
I can't.
Yeah,
Can't
there's
finish either.
spectral wings. She goes to like run her hands through them, but then like it just like phases through, and she goes, "Huh." And she's just staring at you at this point,
So,
biting her lip a little bit.
yeah. What you wanna go up to your room or something? Like, what do you?
I thought you were having a conversation with your friend about what you're going to lose.
Oh.
Isn't that right, benevolent one?
I'm gonna go take a walk outside.
I don't like the way you said
Have
that
a
to me.
wonderful have a wonderful time. Athelion?
I think I'll follow you, Aphelion.
You were in the middle of a conversation with Drill. What a shame. Everyone seems to be leaving Drill. What are we to do?
Oh, well, you can spend time with him. I'm sure
Oh,
you'll
there's
have
still
a
Kilo.
fine...
There's
Do you
Kilo
want to-
over
do you want-
there.
Yes.
There
Hey,
is Kilo over
Kilo.
there. Hello, Kilo.
And Jin. And Mary.
And
if
Jin.
they
And
haven't gone.
Mary.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, dude.
She goes, so you're passing me off?
What?
Well, you just said there's other people here.
No. Do you want to talk? Do you want to talk in private?
Do I want to talk in private? Talk about what?
I don't know. Like what?
Talk about what?
If Voxes was here, oh my god. Why did I make him leave?
Talk about what?
Is
Come
this
on, you
gonna
can't
clean
just
up
ask to talk
Voxes?
in private and not say what you're going to talk about.
I mean, like, I don't know. Like, what do you want to talk about? You seem to have a lot of questions for me.
I just sat and watched you eat for like 30 minutes. What do you
Yeah.
mean I have questions for you?
I mean, like, I don't know. You're like, you keep
I asked
asking,
my
like, how does it
questions. I said,
feel?
do you think that's your last meal before you become an orc again?
No, I don't think so.
You're going to have more meals as a dragonborn?
Yeah.
So you're not turning back into an orc tonight?
Maybe not. No.
Maybe not?
I don't know. What do you think I should do?
I don't think I should be making decisions on your species. You know, it kind of seems like you have a lot going on in your head and a lot to think about. So maybe I should just leave you with those thoughts.
Oh.
And she gets up from the table and starts walking away.
Oh.
Intentionally, like, shaking her hips a little bit as she walks.
Oh. Drell gets up and follows her. Wait, no, baby.
She turns around and crosses her arms. Yes, Drell?
Look, I'm just gonna be front with you. You wanna sleep? You wanna sleep together? You wanna?
Oh,
Wow.
shit.
Smooth one.
You don't have as much game as Jin does.
No, Jin's the one with game.
Yeah, I know,
Jin's
I
a
watched.
gamer.
It was
As he professed his love.
kind of insane. Now, here's the thing. You're asking if I want to sleep with you. I don't like when men sleep in my bed. So you will not do any sleeping.
Okay.
Oh, God.
You've never been with somebody.
No.
How do I know you can impress me?
Well, I impressed my friends by showing them my dragon cock.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh my
Hold on.
God.
You need to come with me. And she grabs your hand and starts running. She grabs your hand and starts running.
You can't sleep in the bed.
Are you going with her? Are you going with her? Yeah. Cool. She stops at a door, and you think she's going to open the door and, like, run you in it. Instead, she knocks. Valxis, you hear her knock on your door.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I'll be like, I'll have like I'll pick up my plates, like I'm about to go, like take them downstairs, and I'll who's knocking at my door? Open the door.
Did you let him show you his cock?
Oh my fucking god.
Oh my god.
She goes, Drell, I think there's someone else you should be sleeping with, and lets go of your hand and just walks away.
I looked at her and I go, can you give these to Dad, please? Thank you.
Don't worry. And she grabs the plates from you and walks away again, absolutely intentionally trying to walk away, like seductively, so Drell like watches her as she goes.
I just turn to Drell and I go, what? Why did you mention that I've seen your cock? Like,
because she was asking what I have that's impressive, and I told her that I impressed all you guys with it.
Homie's got the worst game out of anyone of it. Like, Jin was like, listen, babe, I want to hunt with you for life, and we're going to have our children, we'll teach them to hunt, and we'll just be a big family. And you're like, yo, can I sleep with you? I impressed your brother with my cock.
Choke up.
Dude, we're really gonna get him, man.
I look at him, I look at my sister walking away, and I go, yeah, I don't think you're getting with my sister tonight. I don't know.
And you just hear off in the distance, like very faintly, Daddy, here's Vox's plates. I'm going out for the night. And you hear him go, well, what happened to the dragon boy? And she goes, ha! He was showing Vox's his penis. And then you just hear a door shut. And you guys, while you guys are standing there, Voxus like sort of face palming, Fanoa just walks by and goes, Thomas. To Drell. As she keeps walking up another flight of stairs.
I don't know how you fucked it so bad. Like, you literally, my sister said.
Well, he didn't.
He didn't fucking.
Well, I did. Yeah, well, I didn't. That's the thing.
You're right.
Is it good or bad? Like, did you want me to?
No, I am glad. I am glad that you did not fuck.
But
were
you rude for me?
No.
Alexis, I didn't think you were ever in my
I'm going
corner.
to look you straight in the eyes and be honest. No, I was hoping that this would happen and that you would fall flat on your fucking face trying to fuck my sister.
It's alright, she thinks you're gay or something. I don't know.
I wonder why they think I'm gay when my compatriot who's trying to take out this fucking phoenix with me tells them that I saw their fucking
You guys all wanted to see it.
Right, because it was a
yeah. Roll a perception check. Both of you.
Where is it? A perception?
Yeah.
Perception.
Drell, you notice his dad is standing there like in the hallway, kind of just like So
Oh, hey,
bad
Mr.
time or
Hey, Mr. W.
Sure, I guess.
Well, what do you
Everything okay here? Do I need to give you some privacy?
No, everything's fine. We don't need privacy. I think the last thing we need is privacy.
So you want me to send the servants up here? Or?
Sure.
Okay.
What reason do the servants need to be up here, bro?
So you don't have privacy?
I can't wait for this to be retconned.
Drell, get the fuck out of my room.
What?
Drell, your room is actually downstairs. If you'd like to follow me.
Oh, sure. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I'm not showing you where my daughter sleeps.
He just shuts the door.
He leads you downstairs and opens a door, and you go into a really nice room. He leads the rest of you guys to bedrooms. If you guys are going to bedrooms, for now, 2 of you are outside.
I don't go to bed.
Okay.
Like, do something. I was gonna do something, but I decided against it.
Now you're doing it?
Gone before my sister knocked on my door, but it's fine.
Okay. Well, for now, the 2 of you outside, Aphelion, Ben, what are you guys doing?
Where the fuck I am?
You're kind of just
We
on a
always-
bridge between the castle and a tower.
Yeah, I think we were heading to the rooms, right?
I think you guys were going for a stroll. You said you were going to go
I was
for
going for
air.
a night walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going for a night walk.
I was like, I'm going to go take a walk. And you were like, I'm going to go with you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ben was under the impression that we were going to the rooms. So he's just following you.
So Ben is just outside on this bridge with you as you went to get some fresh air.
So, what are you
Kilo,
doing?
you're led to your room if you don't want to do anything else.
Yep.
Okay, you're led to your room. Von Adder leads Drell to his room. Ben and Aphelion, you guys are outside.
What made you want to come along?
Uh-oh.
Did Gory
Bye.
go?
No, I'm back.
Yep.
I'm back. It was a hiccup. We're fine. Discord refreshed for some reason, but everything else is still fine. I think.
You're like, what the fuck?
Well, I was getting the vibes that Drell was, needless to say, I didn't want to get in the way. Hopefully he's doing, having fun, at least right now.
Yeah. I mean, knowing Drill, Drill's a wild card. I don't see how he could mess it up from what was going on in that throne room. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't see how he could mess it up, but I mean, it's Drill, so there's got to be a way.
Well, no, I think he's got it in the bag. Well, I don't mean to objectify things that way, but,
Not to,
if that's what she wanted to do.
Yeah, not to rapid fire this conversation, because I am kind of trying to end the session. Is there anything outside of you guys talking about Drell's chances having sex that you guys want to talk about?
Probably not. I mean, I would probably have to think of a lot of things for next session, but it would just have to be like.
Do you guys want to open on you guys having this conversation outside?
Sure.
Next week?
Sure.
If you want to think about stuff to talk about, that's what we'll do.
Sure.
Kilo, Mary, Drell sent to their rooms to go to bed. You two go outside, about to have a conversation. Valxis, what is this thing you were doing?
Since we are in my hometown,
Mm-hmm.
Valxis, in times of stress, would like to go to a spot. I don't have it in my head.
We will think up the spot for next week. You got a week to think about it.
He wants to go there.
Okay.
Hell
Valxis is
yeah.
going to go to the spot that he's eventually going to find.
Stealthily as he can.
Yeah. So, hold on. Is this separate from?
No, that's literally. I literally was messaging you what I literally just told you.
Okay, cool.
That very few people know about of this hiding spot that he goes to.
Who knows?
You know who knows. Smile. You can make whoever you want know about it. I don't care.
Okay.
Is what I'm trying to say.
Got it. So, with that, we will pick back up on Aphelion and Ben having a conversation on the bridge outside of the Von Adder Tower. Kilo has gone to bed. Drell has gone to bed. Mary will probably pick up whatever she's doing, and Jin whatever he's doing. Probably both in their rooms next session. And we'll pick up again next week.
Augers.
Yeah. Yeah. Till next week. Sorry for the rough start. The highlight of this is going to go from when we actually get to start the session. Instead of from
Yeah.
Skip
hour
the first hour. Skip the
15
first
minutes.
hour.
Yeah, like I'll have it highlighted properly.
Skip the first hour about VOD boys.
Man, throne room scurry, huh? Aphelion and Ben fighting back. Pop, pop. Aphelion probably didn't think he was going to get the result of our family's just going to back out and let you do everything when he presented his moral compass.
Kind of happy with that.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Ask and you shall receive. Just got to ask. But yeah, we'll be back again next week. Have a wonderful night, everyone.